This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Wasn't really the loudness that I wanted there, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do this show with this part of my mouth all numb. Feels kind of weird. Yeah, I went to the dentist today because I have one tooth that's been having problems, and yeah, they went in there and they numbed it all up and they went deep in there, and then they got this other guy came in with there's no crack in my tooth. That was good. But they had to get a guy with a laser came in there and went, and it's hard to drink something. You have to drink out of the one side, and I can't eat anything hard, like hard or even soft food for 3 days, and then apparently then I can eat like soft food for 3 to 7, and then I don't know, just because of that one tooth. Yeah, it's such a weird feeling. I hate not being able to use it. But I mean, we covered the Letitia Stout case since the beginning. Gannon Stout's murder. And we didn't just cover it every single day, but from the very beginning we covered all the when he was missing and until there was nothing extra, and then when they found him we covered that. But I was trying to figure out if people want to do the trial. Hey, there's Lillian. All right. I talked to Lillian earlier today. She needs everybody to pick her up a little bit. All right, there she is. Hasn't been here in a while. Yeah, so I mean, I think I have a link to the trial. I mean, I hope it's the correct one, and then I mean, I might do it where I stream it live, and then I guess, I mean, it's kind of weird because I got to record it at half, I don't want to play it at the regular speed. I can't stand that. 1.5 minimum. But I guess if it's my upload, I can just play it at 1.5. There you go. Yeah. So maybe I can do two things. Like during the day, I could have it live for everybody, except it doesn't allow me to do anything, I don't know. It's going to be tough. I might have to do something else, like a different computer. It just takes up all my time, and it doesn't allow me to do anything. But we'll figure it out. I don't know. There you go. Everybody's saying. See, everyone said hello to you there, Lillian. It's kind of just the feeling feels weird. Hey, thanks, Kami. Yeah. Oh yeah, but before we get started here, let me I gotta do the spin from yesterday for a notebook. Hold on. Alright.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Let's get this party started.
Awesome. So here's the spin from yesterday that we didn't do. Got some blank spaces in there, but... Alright, here we go. This is for the notebook from yesterday that I forgot to do at the end of the show. Debbie Barnes. There you go. So send me your address and I'll send you the notebook. Alright, done with that. Yep, today's another day, everybody. Today's another day. Thanks, Kami. Yeah, so let's see. Yesterday, somebody, multiple people sent me, or for a couple days now, the video on, not a video, the case. I gotta get things set up here. The case of Scottie Dean Morris, and it's out of Indiana. I think it's like Eaton, Indiana, and he's missing. And you know, he was wearing this shirt. Oops, let me get on a different screen. My tooth is making my brain weird. Let me get over there. Yeah, Eaton. Yeah, like Nate Eaton. Yeah, so this is his house right here, right off of Indiana Street. Right there, apparently. And then he was last seen walking this direction, like this. So he's heading that way. And he was made to wear a shirt, but I was trying to tell people, hey, you don't know why he was wearing the shirt, you know, like, you know, like, I mean, everybody just jumps really quickly into something, you know, like, oh my God, abusive parents and everything. And, you know, we've done enough cases where you just can't do that, you know, it doesn't work. And so here's the picture right here. And he has these different things on there. I'm a liar, hurt, da-da-da-da, cheated by, and then, you know, he's got a backpack over here. You know, who knows what it is, but it turns out this is a video. No, you can't, Zozo. I know you like to do that kind of stuff, and you're often 100% wrong, but hey, cool, all right, excellent. And so he's... you know, the shirt that he's wearing isn't a shirt that he actually was made to wear, apparently, if you listen to what his sister said, which is right here. Yeah, I mean, people can say whatever you want to say. The problem is it's embarrassing. You know, it's like, oh God, every time it's always everything always has to be something nefarious or bad, and if you don't agree with it, then you're some pile of shit. Anyways, this apparently is his sister right here. She said they did not shave his head as a punishment. So his head isn't shaved as a punishment. Now you could say, oh, they made the daughter say these things. Or you could just go, wow, maybe this is the reality of it. Yeah, well, he didn't choose to wear it. Remember, Zozo? I mean, they didn't make him like, hey, you got to wear this shirt. Yeah, man, it's like, whew, wow. They did not shave his head as a punishment. Stupid ass bitches, the shirt wasn't for humiliation. He was upset because he was in trouble. That picture was, and then pause. Oops. God. Hold on a second. Jeez, what happened there? And the next one says, taken the night he ran away. So yes, he was crying, and he was not forced to wear the shirt. You all jump too fast to conclusions. And Scottie is a bad kid at home and gets punished for it. The shirt was not a punishment. He ran away because he was mad that he got caught being bad again. Now, what being bad is, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. All right, and then today the mother did an interview, I think at a fire station.
She wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you.
Yeah, and apparently, if you think about it, there was a video that image was taken from. So he probably took the video of himself and said some things in there that led police to believe that he was in imminent danger, or whatever the term was. It was kind of severe sounding. So they know that maybe he was saying something in there, and who knows what he had in the backpack.
Come home.
It's only coming out of
And
one side more.
Confused and you're.
That's how the video
Everyone
played.
is out looking for you, and we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble, okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you and I just want you to come home. I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home.
Why is it odd?
I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much.
No, you think they did, Zozo, because you want it to be that way. That's what you always do. You want it to be that way, so they forced him the way. Very well could be that way, but all we have right now is the evidence that the sister said that isn't what it came from.
I'm a mama too. I can't imagine what you're going through, okay?
Yes. Come home. I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, maybe he was feeling like that's what they were saying about him, so he made a shirt saying what he thinks of himself. I mean, we don't know if he did it or not, But, I mean, the thing is, that's what I was saying earlier. Like yesterday, I didn't even cover it because I was like, man, who knows why he was wearing it? Or, even if the parents did make him wear it, what do we know about what he did? There's been many stories out there where parents, their last resort of a kid that won't ever do what they say is to shame them, and then sometimes they change. Sometimes it turns out badly, I guess. But we don't know. We don't know what this was about. Okay. Everybody wants it to be something really nefarious that the parents did, so they can have somebody to hate and get on and stuff like that. But we don't have any information. But other than the sister now apparently saying that that's not what it was about. But it could be. Yeah, he looks miserable because he probably got punished again. I mean, God, it's like people don't always look happy. I look miserable half the time.
Can we go out? Come on, honey.
I'm a mama too. I can't imagine what you're going through, okay?
Yes.
Hang in there, mama. Stay strong, okay? That's what he needs you to do, And ignore everything bullshit people are saying.
No.
It's all bullshit.
So you can hear him talking.
Mama, stay strong, okay? That's what he needs you to do, And ignore everything bullshit people are saying.
She said, ignore everything bullshit that they're saying.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
That she wanted to talk to Scottie personally.
I'll just play it one more time.
So that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home. Dad and confused and you're.
Well, the police said he's in danger.
Everyone is out looking for you, and we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble, okay?
I think the video must have said something that he was going to maybe kill himself or something of that nature for them to have said that, don't you think?
If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you,
Yeah,
okay?
of course it's that.
I love you.
Yeah, we already said that maybe the parents are forcing the kid to say that. But how do we know that? You know, you got to just take it for what it is. She said what she said, and she seemed kind of angry about what she said, the sister.
Home. I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911.
I don't think so.
Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
And so now you can hear her off camera, and she didn't just miraculously quit crying like Letitia Stomp would do.
Can we go out?
And let's just throw it out there like this: even if the parents, made him wear that shirt at home or whatever, what difference does that make? I mean, does it mean that they're like, oh, they're the killers? Maybe they just. We've seen the other ones where people had to wear the sandwich boards over their shoulders and everything like that. Yeah, you said that earlier, Zozo. Everything's always nefarious every single time. Whether it is or not, we don't know yet. Hopefully we get more information coming in. Yeah. She said that's the shirt he was last seen. Right, because he left the house with it on, right? And he made a video of himself. So there you go. She'd be terrible, Colleen. That's what I always say. Because she's the one that buys into conspiracy theories and always looks for something really negative. And, you got sometimes if you don't see something on the screen, what a ridiculous comment. All right, maybe that was sarcastic, I guess. Oh man. But by the way, everybody, tonight's just like every other night. Like I say, every night, we talked about it last night again, on this channel, every single night. I do these shows, and the freaks support the channel and allows me to keep doing the shows, and I donate over 50% of the net revenue. And the net revenue, by the way, means after I pay my taxes. It has nothing to do with the electric bill or any shit like that. It's purely after I pay the taxes on it. Okay? So tonight we're having one of those starts that's like, whew, I can't even whistle anymore because my lips are messed up. It's weird. Every time I try to drink water straight, it kind of pours down the right side of my mouth. Yeah. So I mean, if he's heading down this direction, there's obviously some areas down here, like the woods here and over here and over here. Hey, thanks a lot, Ashy Snow. Thanks for thinking of me. And thanks, Kami, earlier. If he was bad all the time, probably a mental or behavior issue that family and school missed. And yeah, I don't know, but why do we have to have some blame on the parents in this case? Already, with no information. Thank you, Kathy Freidenmaker. Well, let me just ask you guys this for a second.
Professor Gray, let's do the damn thing.
Well, it's weird if he was just seen last walking this way. It seems like somebody else would have seen him at some point. Doesn't it? So we don't really know. Here's the thing. We don't have enough information in this case to be talking about how evil the parents are and that lady's lying, and this person's doing this, and that person's doing that. All we have in this case right now is that, hey, thank you, Alifair M. All we have right now is that he was wearing that shirt, apparently in a video, and then he walks out and heads east, but we don't really know if he headed east. Okay? That's somebody saying that he headed east, right? Just like the sister is saying that's why he was wearing the shirt. But all of that could be absolutely true, what we just said. There isn't anything that makes you go, something just isn't right here. You know what I mean? Right. Well, but parents sometimes use humiliation to get some. That's why what spanking is a little bit like that. You know, it's hurts but it's also humiliating. Parents do that sometimes when kids are, if you got a kid that is absolutely unruly and you can't control them at all, maybe you try something like humiliation to get them to go, wow, I don't want to ever do that again, and maybe they'll change. Who knows? But to me, it's not ideal, obviously, right? You see it all the time, though. I don't know if it's an older sister or not. Yeah, so what we could do is, I guess we could go down the street right here and just pretend that we're walking like he was walking. He was going this direction. Where did he go? No, I don't think it's that. I mean, the humiliation thing, if that is what happened, then that is what happened. But the sister is saying that isn't why he was wearing the shirt. She also didn't come right out and say he made the shirt or anything like that. We don't have enough information, right? I mean, I wish people would just see that as a reality. This is one of those cases where there's almost nothing other than the fact that there's a video. And let me ask you this. What if there wasn't a picture of him wearing that? A still frame from a video that apparently he must have left behind somehow. What if that wasn't there? Everybody would be like, wow, God, I hope he's not depressed about something. I wonder what and thinking a little differently about it. But because he's got that shirt on, everybody immediately jumps on the train of, oh God, what horrible parents. They're not undifferent than Letitia Stout, for God's sakes, man. Hell, if he kept... The thing is, didn't anybody else see him at all? I'd like to know the answer to that question. Scottie Dean Morris, 14, left his family home in Eaton at about 8:30 p.m. So that means it would be pretty, basically dark outside. So that would be a reason people are at home. It's winter, getting end of the winter, start of spring coming up.
Hello, my name is Chris Liggett. I'm Deputy Police Chief with the Eaton, Indiana Police Department. We're doing this live video.
I wonder if he's related to Tony Liggett.
Put out, or to squash some rumors that we're hearing. At this time, there's no crime scene. There's nothing being taped off for part of this investigation. The haircut itself that people are talking about had been done prior. That was done prior due to Scottie's request at a hair salon.
Okay, you got the nefarious bullshit is starting to fall apart right now. Okay, he requested it at a hair salon.
That was not done that night of. That was done days prior. There is a multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, volunteer fire departments, surrounding counties, our county. We're all working together. Several volunteers, hundreds of people have come out to help us. Family, friends, other public safety agencies have come out to assist us. Businesses have donated things, flashlights, food, and it's greatly appreciated. But we wanted to squash these rumors that we're hearing on social media. We want Scottie home safe. As of right now, the search will be coming to a close, and we're going to suspend that at sundown today. And then we are going to have a multi-agency meeting tomorrow for public safety, and we will go from there to see what else we need to do. At this time, we just ask if anybody knows where Scottie is at, you please reach out to us. We want to get him here safe and to try to help him in whatever he needs in the family. There have been several interviews done, polygraphs have been conducted. At this time, we're still looking at other avenues, and we have no new leads, no new information. We're kind of at a standstill right now. So anything that you guys may know.
Yeah, but you don't know if they forced him to wear anything, Zozo. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You keep acting like that's a fact, that they made him wear that shirt. He cut his own hair. It wasn't some weird punishment thing. He had it cut himself. They did what? I would have ran away and outed myself too. Outed yourself? What are you talking about? God, I'm glad I do what I do, and you guys aren't doing me. I mean, Jesus, every case would be this horrific crime. Let's just see what happens. It could be. Yeah, but how do you know he didn't do it himself based on what he heard?
That can help bring Scottie home.
You know, like maybe he made the t-shirt himself because the parents, they were saying, you're a liar, you do these things. So he made the shirt, and he's going to kill himself wearing the shirt that described what his parents said about him. Okay? I don't know. I hope it's not that. I hope he just took off somewhere. Yeah, but a child might wear it if you're a child that's committed to killing yourself like that. Okay? That is something you might wear in that situation. Okay? Yes, nobody's just going to go wear that to school and I think it's fun to wear and everything like that. See, I know that I'm always, like, when I do this stuff, I'm opposite of a lot of what everybody wants things to be. But let's wait and see what it turns out to be. I hope it's not another Debbie Collier for you guys. All right? Remember how, oh, God, the daughter, she did it, man. She had something to do with it. Over and over and over again. So let's see, in this case, what it starts leading to. We have no idea at this point. Other than what he just said, the haircut. So the look and the reason he looks different isn't because the parents made him cut his hair in some shaming moment. Okay, nothing like that. The sister said, let's go back to what the sister wrote. I mean, I don't care. You guys can have your opinions. I'm just going to argue with you. All right? You can say whatever the hell you want to say. I didn't delete that one except the one earlier. It said, no, they cut it. It's like, what do you mean? They just said he didn't do that. Yeah, so here's what the sister apparently wrote. They did not have, but it looks like it's really short. Like, they almost shaved, his head is almost shaved at this point. They did not shave his head as a punishment. See, look at, how come she's saying the same thing the cop's saying? So that gives her more credibility in what she's saying here. They did not shave his head as a punishment, you stupid ass bitches. The shirt wasn't for humiliation. So now you got to give a little bit more credibility to the next part because she's confirming. The police obviously went and checked that information. That's why they're squashing that rumor. He was upset because he was in trouble. That picture was taken the night he ran away. So yes, he was crying and he was not forced to wear the shirt. Okay, now when they say like who made the shirt? Did he make it and he was going to walk out wearing that? Because apparently that's from a video. Apparently it's from a video. Oh yeah, the cops are paid off by the sister. That's right, Cairo. Guess what though? Guess what? On the back of the shirt it says Anadarko Oil, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Taking the night he ran away, so yes, he was crying and he was not forced to wear the shirt. Scottie is a bad kid at home and gets punished for it. The shirt was not a punishment. He ran. I wish she would say where the shirt came from. You know, when they say he wasn't forced to wear it, did they hand it to him and say, put it on? And he put it on, but he wasn't forced to, like literally forced, like, you know. I don't know. And none of us know the answer to that question. How do you know Simply Red? Yeah, get out of here. God. Gonna be just like that Shane. What was that one case again? I can't remember. Shane something or other, where he was in those interviews. Oh, he's so guilty. Look at him. Look at him. Is he looking that way because? And of course, you entertain that he might be part of something, but. Why would that be sick though, Alley Kick, if they made him write that shirt? Like, let's say he was lying and taking things and doing stuff. I'm just asking. You know, I don't know, man. It says I'm a liar, hurt my something. I felt something being. You know, we can't really read it. There's a crying face right here. I'm a liar. I hurt my something. It looks like maybe LOTA. Cheat my something. Say because I felt something. I mean, we don't get to see enough of it. Oh, it does say, it does. I hurt my Lil. Yeah, it does say Lil right there. But it just says BTA. Is that short for brother? Yeah, we can all see. It doesn't say I am a cheater though. It says, you know, you can't see it enough to say that it says that. It says, cheat my something. It doesn't say I'm a cheater. It says I'm a liar. I hurt my little. You know, it says BTA. I don't know if that's like brother or, you know, short for brother or something. Right. Well, some parents have only the last resort, LM. I know you always want to go with the flow of the conversation and start typing in things that are always, you know, eventually you'll start throwing in cut downs and. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be a woman's writing. And but like again, let's say they did make this shirt and he put it on, but they, you know, maybe they didn't force him to wear it. Yeah, it does work for some people though. I've seen it. I know everybody's an expert now. I have seen it work for on other cases out there. It's the folds of the shirt, you numpty. What does that even mean, dummy? You can't see inside of a fold. Everybody, let's pause the video really quick and look at it with X-ray vision. I've got a new filter that I can put on. You'll see it on a lot of different YouTube channels. You just put it on there, do a little hocus pocus, and boom, you can see right through the folds. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, well, the thing is, everybody, I don't know why he's wearing the shirt. None of us know why he's wearing the shirt. Apparently, he wasn't forced to wear the shirt. So why was he wearing the shirt? Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I don't think it's a good idea to humiliate a child, especially in today's world where there's so many bullies anyways. You know, like, you go to school and that would just be, oh my God, he'd be made fun of and made fun of more and more and more. So stuff like that, you know, isn't cool at all. It sucks, all right? I've seen other parents where, I don't know, I just don't want to sit here and go, start attacking the parents when we actually don't have any idea what was going on here. Okay? We don't. Can I ask why everybody likes to do that? Like they've sleuthed it all out in their mind? Right, that was the one. The Heidi Broussard, Shane Carey. You know, we thought about Shane a little bit. Like, wow, maybe she was asking, you know, remember she was trying to spend all money and then thought maybe he had something to do. And then we just went, forget it. Because he was doing an interview with a news channel and they were so idiotic on how they did that interview, and they posted the whole unedited thing to make him look bad. And he should have sued them. That was hideous what happened there. Yeah. Oh, everybody, because he's a child, nobody deserves that. Yeah, we all know that children don't, you know, we don't know why he's wearing it. I've said it 50,000 times. Yes, everybody, if they forced him to wear it and had him walk around, then that's bad. Okay? But if it all stayed at home, everybody, nobody would know about it. You know, instead there's a still frame from a video and it looks really bad. Hey, Mickey Duff, you should have said, wow, just wow. That's what you should have typed in. Yeah. If you tell kids they're bad, they'll believe they're bad and act bad. Okay. Yeah, right. Everybody's this psychological expert in here. Maybe if you tell them what you just did was really bad, they'll realize that what they did was bad. Sometimes. What I'm trying to get is for just people to be a little bit more critical thinking instead of just jumping on a bandwagon of hate. Because I guarantee it. I'm just looking at this like a normal person. Like, hey, here's this guy. He's got a shirt on, and yesterday I was thinking, man, that kind of sucks if the parents made him wear that, and then he probably felt like but what if he just had to wear it at home and he didn't have to wear it at school or something? And ask yourself this. Okay, so he's at home and he's wearing the shirt and it's 8:15 or something. Well, obviously he's not going to school. Now, if it was the next day and it was 8 in the morning and he was wearing it, I would think, wow, okay, he was going to be forced to go to school wearing that, and then I'd think that is cruel and not very nice. It sucks, okay? But we're looking at something where this is at night here, where he's wearing the shirt. The sister says that he wasn't forced to wear the shirt, and based on this image here and what was said on a video, police think he's in, like mortal danger. Like he is something bad is happening right away. Not, oh wow, through the investigation. Normally when somebody disappears, it's just a quick runaway story. Like, oh wow, we don't know where they are. We're still looking for them. This one, they had information right off the get-go that pointed to it being something ominous, based on likely something he said on the video. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. But like I was saying, when I first heard of the story, I go, what do you think he did where his parents made a shirt like that? Okay, that was my first thought was, why did the parents make a shirt like that for him? What did he do? And people go, it doesn't matter what he did. Well, really? I mean, does it really not matter? Sometimes it does matter, and maybe they screwed up and made the shirt, but what did he do that made the parents think of writing the shirt? How come people can't talk about that? Now, that's a terrible analogy, Kubi. But LM liked it because it supports the theory. Yeah, it's not even close. Jesus. Punched? If your husband punched you in private, it's still bad? Jesus. It's ridiculous. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it sounds like what the daughter was saying. When you look at the picture, let's go back to the, this is apparently what his sister wrote. They did not shave his head as punishment, you stupid asses. The shirt wasn't for humiliation. He was upset because he was in trouble. That picture was taken the night he ran away. So yes, he was crying, and he was not forced to wear the shirt. You all jumped too fast to conclusions. Scottie is a bad kid at home and gets punished for it. The shirt was not a punishment. He ran away because he was mad that he got caught being bad again. And then you still wonder, well, okay, where'd the shirt come from? I need to know where the shirt came from, and then I can have better, understanding of what's going on. Yeah, but that's a terrible example. That's like saying, well, if ISIS did something in the background, and, we're just talking about a freaking t-shirt. And what did he do? Let me ask you something. Put a 1 if you give a damn what he actually did that may or may not have led to the parents creating that shirt. Do you? I mean, I think you should. Oh, obviously, LM. Just like Debbie Collier was obviously killed by her daughter, right? LM, yeah. Okay, so it does matter. Let's see what happens. But, man, let me ask you guys something. What the hell's wrong with Colorado? I mean, it's like every time you turn around, there's some crazy case out of that state. Is there something in the water over there? Yeah, I wish I could just jump on all of your bandwagons. I'm sure the super chats would have been a hell of a lot better if I was like, yeah, man, these parents are evil as hell, man. They're freaking... Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do how I do it, and if it turns out where, I wouldn't be shocked at all if the parents did make him wear it, and the daughter said, was just saying what the parents wanted her to say. Okay, that is a possibility. It wouldn't shock me one bit. But right now, we don't have enough information. They could punish him in a way that's not stupid. Huh? Jesus. Oh, okay. See, we have a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. See, like Christy Kazi said, however, just because someone claims to be the sister saying this stuff to protect the parent. I mean, we don't know what they're doing. I just said that. Okay? It's like we don't know anything except that he's missing and there's a picture of him. And based on... this is how it's worked, everybody. There's a picture of him wearing a shirt and he's missing. Therefore, the parents are evil monsters who are not worthy of being on this planet. Okay, let's wait until there's something else that comes in. We don't have anywhere near enough information to make those claims. All right, well, that's what your point is. Okay. Yeah, well, that's all there is, Zozo. That's all there is. He's upset and he's wearing a shirt. That's it. And he disappeared. There isn't any other information. There's nothing about the mom that seems suspicious. There's nothing about anything else. We don't have any information like that. It's also very telling that the police came forward to literally debunk some stuff. You almost never see that. I'd like it if they said, what was the genesis of the shirt? It must be ISIS. Yeah. I just think it's strange how nobody else, I guess at 8:30 at night, like I was saying, most people are at home at that point in a small town, not just driving around doing things. So, you know, he could have walked and sort of been on the side somewhere. Hey, thanks, Cairo. I'm just critically thinking about this, you guys. This isn't, you know, I wish all the time I could say all the cool things and be on everybody's side and be like, yeah, you're right, LM, boy, this is a monster. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, and we've seen why 1,000 times, haven't we?
Information was my point.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. How many times have we covered cases where everybody was wrong over and over and over again? And, you know, there's got to be somebody out there that kind of keeps it in a narrow range. Okay, we'll see what it happens later. Yeah. I'm absolutely critically thinking, LM. You always think on emotions only, not with what the information is that we have. That's okay, though. I get it. I get that you're like that. Okay? It's just something I deal with constantly. You're overly emotional, and like I said, it could be that the parents... I'm saying things could be like people think. But again, there isn't enough information, as I said 47,000 times. Regardless of the circumstances, he is missing, and I hope he's found safe. It sounds like there's evidence. Yeah, well, I think the evidence that he's in danger must have came from the video, because apparently that still frame is from a video that he took. And so if that's true, that it's a still frame from a video, then what is it that he said on the video that immediately alerted the police to think he was in danger? No, that's not what it is, LM. You always do the same thing. Clickbait for the wackos on social media. Nobody said that, LM. But what I'm saying is you always think emotionally, and then you attack me when it's something about children. You are so much more wiser and knowledgeable than somebody else because I don't have any biological kids myself. I have stepkids. So apparently that makes it so I don't know how to critically think about anything. I'm always wrong, and yeah. Now I'm talking about what you said is exactly what the idiots on that one website always like to have people say, LM, and you do it every single show. So. Thanks, Annabelle, still. Just a bad situation. Yeah, it is. It sucks.
Just a bad situation all around.
And watch. Here's what'll be funny. If it turns out like, oh my God, yeah, they made him wear it and he went off and they, you know, something, you'll go, see, great. I didn't say I didn't think that's a possibility. But there isn't anything that weighs, the only thing that weighs in more direction right now is that he wasn't forced to wear the shirt, and the haircut that a lot of people were saying, oh my God, look at, they shaved his head, that was totally bogus too. So we're more in the direction of it's something he chose to do on his own. Now, was he wearing the shirt? Yeah, you always agree, Zozo, every single time, on every one of them. It's always something. So what's funny is, like, you guys are saying that I don't agree with something. I don't know enough to agree or disagree with what you're saying. This isn't something, we don't have enough information to predict in this case. Oh, yeah. Well, good luck there, 867-5309. hey, LM, I like you, man. We always communicate and stuff like that. It's just the way the words that you choose to use, they're condescending back towards the, like, oh, Gray, well, if you were just a parent of kids, you'd understand how I think that allows me to think critically, not get too emotionally involved. Like, I'm not one of the ones that makes the images with angel wings and, God and everything floating around on top of everybody. No, I don't mind when you disagree. It's the way you do it, LM. You never just go, I don't know, have you ever thought? It's always some... Alright. You sound like a chipmunk. Really? I thought at 2 speed they try to get your pitch the same.
Not just an FYI with some search area info PSI want the avocado please equals.
Might not just an FYI, huh? PSI one. Well, the avocados is the $49 one. I mean, when somebody donates $49.99, you get the avocado dancing. People are scared of him. Who? Everyone parents differently. We must not judge. We are not in their shoes. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I will say this: if it turns out that the parents made the shirt and they forced them to wear it, I think that's not good. I don't think it's good. I think it's shitty. Okay. But on the other hand, we don't know what he did. So I want to know the whole story before I cast judgment on any of it.
Everyone parents differently. We must not judge. We are not in their shoes.
Because that's what he was wearing when he left the house, Scout Dude. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, law enforcement should have put a different picture out, but I think that's his most recent picture after his haircut, so he's going to look exactly like that. There are other pictures out there, but I think that's the one that it was taken the very night he disappeared, so that one is exactly what he looks like, instead of doing one from, a year and a half ago or a year ago, and you've got little different color hair, maybe different glasses, that kind of thing. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, why not take away the speculation angle? Did you guys see the picture of Summer Wells that somebody made? They put the sheriff next to her and Jesus standing all next to him at the same time. Man, that stuff is just disturbing as hell. Right, Kubi? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we just said that. He left home at 8:30. We just read that a minute ago. And we don't know what time the video was, or if it really was a video. We've heard that it's a video and a still frame taken from it. The quality of it looks like a video still frame. Images are a lot clearer than that, even if you you can, like, this isn't really, crystal clear. It's not bad, but you can see, I can see that being part of a video, but, it is close up, so it could be a still frame. I mean, a single image taken. Yeah, I think the numbness is going away. And thank you up there to 8675309. There you go. Oh, that's going to sound weird at fast speed.
Cloud, zany face, woozy face,
yeah.
Dizzy face, dizzy, mind blown, cloud.
I mean, I guess I should take that into account. Like Zozo and some others have had bad experiences growing up and stuff. So they think differently about things, even if it turns out not to be reality, it still bothers them when it's happening. So it's hard for me to do that because I've had bad shit, you know, everybody's had bad stuff, right? But I still try to look at cases where we're just looking at it, and we look at it and we say, okay, he looks sad in the picture. He's staring right at the camera. He's got a shirt on that says, I'm a liar. I hurt my, I don't know if they, even if he has a little brother, but he says Lil something. Something about, you know, like you can't see what's written right here. But it does say cheat my, and then what is this? Is that a smiley face there with the two dot lines, or is that an S there with a, I don't know, you cheat my sister. I don't know. And then it says say because I felt like it, I think this is something maybe, that's a quote right there. So maybe this is saying, I want you, it's saying, say, because I felt like being something. I'm just guessing that the word like is over there. So this right here is it's like a command saying to somebody, say, quote, because I felt da da da, and then maybe that's the end of the quote over here, and it kind of keeps going around. I felt because I felt something being something, and maybe that's mom over here. What do you guys think of that? All right, do we have anything else to do on this one? Sounds like one of those cases I have to get off of quick. Yeah, I mean, I hope he's found safe. Doesn't sound, whatever he left on the video or had said before he left doesn't sound good. Sounds like it's something where police, but yeah, I was thinking what Scout and Dude set up above. If they had just released another picture that was taken somewhat recently, they would have avoided all of this. But I don't even know if law enforcement is who released this here. Not really sure how that came about. So if he did at night head down this direction, he likely didn't go over here because he's heading east apparently. And then he would come down here, and you might, you know, could be something like maybe in here, something. Or right over, I mean, there's now, I mean, you could have walked down here and then followed along. There's a river that goes all the way down here now. So, you know, that's kind of ominous. Hopefully he's just over at some friend's house and they're just laughing about it. Don't know. Yeah, maybe something like right here. That's kind of a odd area. You could just walk there. I don't know. I'm not feeling very positive about it myself, especially based on what the wording that the police use. Yeah, I got spanked with a belt and wooden spoons. Sometimes a wooden spoon would break, and I think my mom was awesome, even though I got spanked. And guess what's weird? I've never been to prison or anything. Never even been arrested. I know it's boring as hell. Gray, if you'd never been arrested, how can you do true crime? Well, because I'm not a wacko like, you know, one of the Delphi YouTubers out there that's been in prison more times than I don't even know. We got the switch and the belt and the hand. Yeah, I never got the hand. It was more like a belt and a wooden spoon. And then sometimes the spoon would break, and then she'd get mad that the wooden spoon broke. But we did crappy things, you know, like, I don't know, just opening something up, leaving it out on the counter, spoiling. We weren't rich or anything, and we wasted. Let's say we weren't rich, and we just leave a gallon of milk out on the counter, and it spoils the whole damn thing. Well, you know, it's like, how irresponsible. We sure as hell never left it up there again. Ding 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 ding. Now let's listen to him one more time.
Or to us, that would be greatly appreciated. So,
well, let's just read this whole thing here. Search parties are looking for a missing 14-year-old boy in Delaware County. Scottie Dean Morris, 14, left his family home in Eaton. So they're not saying it's claimed that he left the home. They're saying he did leave the home. So here's the thing is, whether or not he was made to wear the shirt or not, he still left on his own. It wasn't like the parents killed him or something. So, you know, we can all sit here and say, oh man, it's their fault because this happened. But we don't know yet. We don't have the details. Scottie Dean Morris, 14, left his family home in Eaton about 8:30 p.m. Thursday. They probably have him on camera at some point to know that what direction he was heading, and has not been seen since. Here's what we know about the search for the missing boy. The teen had apparently been in conflict with adults. Been in conflict with adults at his home on Thursday. What does that mean? Adults at his home. And after the disappearance, Eaton police at first posted a photo online, reportedly taken. Okay, so the police did post the one that Scout and Dude's talking about. Reportedly taken earlier that day, that showed the youth looking unhappy and wearing a shirt that had words scrawled on it referring to the boy as a liar. The photo was later cropped to no longer show the wording on the shirt. Eaton police. It's interesting that the police allowed the non-cropped version out first. Eaton Police Chief Jay Turner said the photo had been posted quickly because of concerns. So there you go, that's the answer. For the boy's safety, and that answers my question. They just quickly put it out there. Given that he was last seen wearing shorts and a t-shirt on an especially cold evening. Oh, I see. Turner said his department has had no previous dealings with Morris, who the chief said was described as a very nice young man by those who know him, including staff at Delta Middle School. Yeah, so, I mean, that stuff there, like if it's true that he really is like that, then you maybe think about what the sister said and wonder, okay, you know, is there something else going on here? Or is it just that on the outward appearance when he's at school, he acts, you know, people outside think he's a certain way when he's a little different at home, something like that. A statewide silver alert for Scottie Morris was issued at 7:30 p.m. Friday, March 17th. He is described as 5'4", 150 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes, and was last seen wearing black shoes, red and black shorts, and a white t-shirt with writing on the front. Morris is believed to be in extreme danger and may require medical assistance, according to news release. So they're thinking medical assistance, but see the extreme danger part. You know, where did that come from? Was that something he said? And when it says may need medical assistance, you know, so again, like people were saying earlier, is it something about a medical condition that he already has and he doesn't have his medicine? Like, I don't know who said it up there. Or is it something about that he said something on a video that made him think he's in extreme danger? If you have any information on it, call 765-396-3297. Isn't that great, everybody, though? I mean, you know, it's a lively conversation. I wish I could always be on the more popular side with you guys. Yeah, well, it's not really the middle of winter. I mean, we're in March. It's actually spring time. But it was a cold night, they said. So you got to throw that in there. And he did have a backpack, though, in the background of the image that he's in. So, you know, what was in the backpack?
Hello, my name is
Well, 19 degrees is cold.
Chris Liggett, Deputy Police Chief with the Eaton, Indiana Police Department. We're doing this live video to put out or to squash some rumors that we're hearing. At this time, there's no crime.
Yeah, if it was 19, yeah, I mean it's spring everywhere at the same time. But yeah, the night, I think it's. Oh, thanks, Ozzy Trisha earlier. Oh, right now. Wow, this other screen has it quicker. Thank you. My son told us one time he was going to tell the school he spanked him. I handed him the phone.
Chewbacca?
He was going to tell the school. Oh. Well, there you go.
I'm seeing there's nothing being taped off for part of this investigation.
Okay, let me do a poll question here. Question. Well, that's just going to be. Okay, so the first question is, do you think the parents physically harmed him, and basically that's why you don't see him, like a Letitia Stout type thing? Okay, I just want to see what the numbers are. Really? Started off at 100. Mm-hmm. I would say no to that, because it sounds like police are aware and they could see him, unless they're just absolutely believing what the parents are saying. And I'm just asking you the question. I says, do you believe? You know, you guys all seem to have these really strong opinions, so I figured I'd put that up there. So look at that. A quarter of the people literally say that yes. I mean, that's nuts, okay? 25% think the parents harmed them, and it's like, how come? What evidence have we seen that makes you think that? Thanks, Paisley Dreams.
I love a good poll. Writing.
Right, we don't know I had the shirt on. Exactly. That's what first thing I said was, I wonder what he did that the parents made a shirt like that. Well, now it turns out that they didn't force him to wear the shirt if the sister's saying what's true. Strange they call the search off till they have called meeting, huh? Right. Okay, well that's going to be it for the. It was 76% no. I just think the information right now points to them not physically harming him. But we don't have enough information. But that's what it looks like, though, right? I think if I ask this question, did he leave? All right. Here's another question. These are just opinions that you have. I just like to see how people's minds work with almost no information. Right, we don't even know that. But that's why I'm asking the questions, because I'm curious how people, how differently they, how sure they are of certain things when there's nothing. To say that the parents are involved in the death, that's just absolutely wild speculation based off of zero information. Okay, alright. How do you know, Rainy Day? She said, the parents are guilty. The end. You'll see. Do you know them, or do you have inside information that we don't have, or? Yeah, they may have had him write it. They may have wrote it themselves. And maybe he had to wear it earlier, and that time he just put it on because he was going to leave. I don't really know. So anyways, the last question I asked was, did he leave the house on his own after being humiliated? 79 said yes. 21 said no. That means around the same percentage of people who said no think that he was killed and moved out of there. Yeah. Better to give a spanking than talk a lot of stuff. Mentally mess a kid. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the worst things in the world is when a parent tells a kid you're stupid, or you're cuts you down mentally or something like that, because it's just so that's your parent saying that, so it must be true. It's not like a person at school saying that. Yeah. You want to see the mom's video again so you can nuance the way she looked. Okay, here we go. I almost don't want to play it.
She wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you.
So this is directly to him now.
Home.
Yeah. And it froze on its own.
And confused, and everyone is out looking for you, and we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble, okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you, and I just want you to come home. I need you to know that you're safe.
8675309.
Please just
something like that.
Call 911.
But if you say
tell
it,
anyone.
You look bad, so.
Just, I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
And it seems kind of authentic to me, because she's off to the side even when the camera's not on, still crying and doing things. See, doesn't that seem pretty authentic?
Can we go out? Come on, honey. Can we go out? Come on, honey.
Can we go? Come on, honey.
Mama, too, I can't imagine what you're going through, okay? Yes. Hang in there, Mama. Stay strong, okay? That's what he needs you to do, And ignore everything bullshit people are saying. No. It's all bullshit.
That she wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Huh? I don't get it, Candy.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home.
Okay, I'm just gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna move on to something
confused.
else.
You're everyone is out looking for you, and we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble, okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want
What does it mean, what Candy wrote? You said, I disagree if they made him wear the shirt or made him feel he had to make that shirt. So you're saying if they made him wear it, then you think it's bad. It could be the reason she's upset. That was her way of punishment, and now she's be crying because of that. Well, maybe. I mean, maybe she feels bad if that is what she did, but you know, it was hard to make out. I don't do the girl code thing, but I got it now. I just think I figured it out. It said, he is autistic and he took off walking in shorts in the cold weather from his dad's house.
go out because it's the cops. Reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay?
Who's by
I
Dad?
love
What are
you and I
talking
just
about,
want
Ellen?
you to come home.
This is a lady.
I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much, okay?
Yeah, I'd like to see what the behavior panel says on it now before it's resolved. You know, what's the popular opinion? Oh, okay, yeah. See the way she's looking right there? Yeah.
The haircut itself that people are talking about had been done prior. That was done prior due to Scottie's request at a hair salon. That was not done the night of. That was done days prior. There is a multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, volunteer fire departments, surrounding counties, our county. We're all working together. Several volunteers, hundreds of people have come out to help us. Family, friends, other public safety agencies have come out to assist us. Businesses.
How do we know that he's? I don't remember reading about a polygraph.
Have donated things, flashlights, food, and it's greatly appreciated. But we wanted to squash these rumors that we're hearing on social media. We want Scottie home safe. As of right now, the search will be coming to a close, and we're going to suspend that at sundown today. And then we are going to have a multi-agency meeting tomorrow for public safety, and we will go from there to see what else we need to do. At this time, we just ask if anybody knows where Scottie is at, you please reach out to us. We want to get him here safe.
She did, idiot. Rainy day. She did kill herself. Anyways, get out of here.
And to try to help him in whatever he needs in the family. There have been several interviews done. Polygraphs have been conducted. At this time, we're still looking at other avenues, and we have no new leads,
Too bad,
no new
Ellen.
information.
She's gone.
We're kind of at a standstill right now. So anything that you guys may know that can help bring Scottie home or to us, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you.
God, what a bunch of... She goes in. Debbie Collier didn't kill herself either, Einstein. Yeah, because you had it all figured out, you joker. What an idiot. God. That's what it's been reported. That's what it is. Okay, now you can stay in your la-la land over and over again and believe Bodden, who came out and says, ooh, I don't know, man. He had all the facts wrong, even in the article that he was talking about. Michael Bodden said that she was nude. And wow, that's got to be something else. No, you're wrong, Michael Bodden. He didn't even have the correct information to put out what he put out. God, I don't understand people. They're just conspiracy nutters that never ends. It just keeps going. Yeah. Now, this case, it's still wide open. It could be anything. What I'm saying is, no, it's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. It's not, Ellen. Yeah. Yeah, it was Michael Bodden said, oh, well, she was nude. You know. It's not. Well, I tell you what, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it turns out in the Debbie Collier case, if it somehow randomly turns into something else, it'll mean that it was always close to that. Oh God, you guys, we're not doing the Debbie Collier thing again. It's ridiculous, okay? Alright, I'm getting off this case. It's another one of those hot button issues where everybody's so certain of everything, and I gotta go, I'm gonna do something else. Alright, so right now we're gonna do there's just this article on WTHR on the Delphi Kegan Kline situation. Alright, and by the way, if you want one of the notebooks, if you they look like this right there, the red notebooks, the Gray Hughes Investigates red notebook. If you send 25 into PayPal, you get the notebook, and then you get 2 of the freak pens, which I think this is one of them right here. See that? It says freak on it. The other one is red, so you get a red and a black one. Awesome. Now, nothing's changed in the Debbie Collier case. Yeah, right, exactly. Absolutely nothing has happened in the news or anything. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Kegan Kline files motion to change plea. So if he's going to change his plea, I think he pleaded not guilty before, right? That's why there was going to be a trial. So that means he's going to be pleading guilty, and guess what? That's when the deal gets implemented. See, this is why law enforcement, I believe, has always been so amenable to changing the dates and moving forward and just, yeah, we can change the date. Yeah, we can do that. Because they already knew that there's a deal in this case. They've had a deal, and he's finally gonna, he's changing it out because law enforcement probably said, we've got enough information, but we're not going to change your plea. You have to do it. Okay? You know how this probably worked, right? So it was like, Kegan Kline has had information that I believe led to the arrest of Richard Allen, and it's also connected to the larger pedophile ring, child pornography rings, using the Dropbox account, and they needed him to come forward a little bit more, and finally he gave them enough, and boom, they say, okay, well, we're not going to change down. You have to plea guilty, and we'll give you 10 years, or it's going to be something less. I think it might be like 5 to 7, or 5 to 10 years, which sucks because I think he is one of the huge lures into the trap of Libby and Abby, but he's not the killer, so they're willing to give him a lesser sentence, although he's almost like in a conspiracy murder. He's the one that you would want to be charged with more, but they had nothing at all. So he came forward, and he's the one that gets to make the deal because he was first. That's what I think. Now, whether or not that's reality, I don't know, but it's based on what we've been seeing going on here. According to court records, Kegan Kline admitted to creating the fake online Anthony Shots profile to meet underage girls and receive explicit photos. Kegan Kline filed a motion Monday. This is WTHR. They've always had good reporting. Kegan Kline filed a motion Monday to schedule a change of plea hearing in the child pornography case. Kline is facing 25 charges, including child exploitation, possession of child pornography, and obstruction of justice. prosecutors and defendants both agreed to the change of plea hearing on March 30th when a pretrial hearing was previously scheduled. So that means it's over right after that hearing. There is not going to be anything else. According to our records, Kline admitted to creating the fake online Anthony Shots profile to meet underage girls. Yep. Kline has been held at the Miami County Jail for more than 2 years, awaiting a jury trial that was originally set for January 18, 2023, but is now scheduled to start May 10th, 2023. But it won't be scheduled to start ever. I mean, it could be that he's going to plead on March 30th, and on May 10th, he'll show up, he'll get sentenced, and it'll be done. I mean, he's not changing his plea to then go to trial, right? That'd be stupid. Ahead of trial, prosecutors filed the state's witness list, which includes Kline's father, Jerry, and then Vincent Kowalski, the model and police officer whose photos were used. I think he's just going to go there and say, is this you in this photograph? Yes, it is. Did you ever create an online account for this purpose? No, I did not. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? No, we do not. I mean, that's the only reason he'd be there. There isn't any. The model and police officers whose photos were used on the... Oh, okay. So that means... wow, so they're... Okay, he's the model... Oh, and he's a police officer. That's right. He's a police officer model. Whose photos were used on the Anthony Shots social media account. Barbara McDonald, the producer behind HLN's Down the Hill podcast, law enforcement officers, and a Riley Hospital doctor. Judge Timothy Spar granted a motion to amend the charges against Kline that were filed in November, which dismissed 5 of the 30 charges. Remember how we've been talking about this the whole time, how they keep dismissing charges and dismissing charges. And again, by the way, everybody, if you'd like to help support the Gray Hughes Investigates YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. We do a lot of great things. We have 6 cases in the DNA, forensic genetic genealogy going on right now. And I actually just talked to the detective down in Southern Oregon today. He called me back and said, oh, cool, like it's going to be pretty sweet. I guess what he said to me regarding that case was, we asked ourselves, would we want to know that person who was smoking that cigarette? And they said, hell yes. That's what he said. So there you go. Hopefully they get a name. Now, the prosecutor requested the dismissal, claiming there was insufficient evidence to prove those 5 charges. But I think it was more like, we're going to keep eliminating charges, and when you finally plead guilty, you'll have many less charges, and you'll be able to get a lesser sentence. According to probable cause affidavit out of Miami County obtained by 13 News, Kline created the Anthony Shots account approximately 6 months prior to when investigators interviewed him in February of 2017. He allegedly said he created the account to contact both girls he knew and girls he did not. Court documents show Kline saying he would talk to girls even if they were underage. We've read all those. According to court documents, while investigators talked to Kline shortly after he returned from Las Vegas, investigators said he told them he was screwed and he should have left. Kline said he planned to leave the area that day after his dad fell asleep, according to court documents. Hey, thanks, Donna. I wonder why that's in there. If any of you wondered about that at all? Like they actually made sure that they put in that one document, the very first document that we got to read from Wish TV, that says, oh, I'm screwed, I should have left. Kline said he planned to leave the area that day after his dad fell asleep. So what's the significance of that? I always try to think about that when I read through that, and I'm just like, well, why are you telling us that? Are you saying that it implies guilt that you should have left, or is it something about your dad? Or it doesn't seem like an incredibly strong piece of information, especially when you're sitting there looking at a treasure trove of pornography on all of his cell phones and devices. Investigators seized 6 devices from Kline, including smartphones, a tablet, and an iPod Touch. The iPod Touch was last used in May of 2015 and contained sexually explicit images of children. I mean, they're just kind of doing a recap here. We've already seen all that in the search warrant. Or I think it was the probable cause document. The tablet was last used in March of 2016 and showed conversations on Facebook Messenger and the user suggesting the conversations be moved to Kick Messenger or Snapchat. Yeah. On February 27, 2017, so that's like 2 weeks after, or not even 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. On February 27, 2017, Kline contacted police claiming he had located his iPhone 5. Yeah, I mean, see, this is all in that document that we've gone over literally 50,000 times. Who's this one? Oh, this seems could be part of that Michael E. Horn. That's March 20th. What's going on with this guy? Kokomo police arrested 50-year-old man for child trafficking. On Sunday, March 19th, another Indiana Police Department contacted the Kokomo Police Department about 14-year-old boy who was recently reported missing. Thanks, LM. All right, let's see. Anyways, that's all there is in there, really. I'm not going to repeat all the stuff that we've gone over. But I think that Kegan Kline had cut a deal, and he needed to produce in the deal to get to get what he wanted. And I think he's probably been doing that, and that's why there's been this delay. And I think it's all going to be over on his end pretty soon. I think he's going to plead not guilty and get something like between 10, I will actually say like 10 and 15 years. He can't expect to skate on that. Oh, hold on. That was too loud there. I had this little sound going on. All right, well, I got to go use the restroom here, so I'll be back in a second. We're gonna get on. I want to get on to the dentist who killed his wife in a second, if you guys don't mind. Gotta get my music back on here. Thanks, Francine. We're having another one of those nights again, even after we talked about it. Where is this thing? If you guys, anybody gets any updates or anything on some of these cases, let me know. But well, especially on if you have any breaking news on Scottie Morris, do the look at, you know. Thanks to Lillian, thank you, on PayPal there, thank you. And Circa then, the second coolest name. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Case for the show. Oh, I got one of those crazy. Yeah, well, the thing is, I had my. If you guys could hear that sound, I had the speaker, this thing on too loud. Can you hear that right there? That background sound? That little shh. Yeah, it was the speaker that's crappy, but it's just a little monitoring speaker. And it was a little too loud.
Craig, were you able to talk with the GBI about genealogical DNA tracing in the Jennifer Stone case, Athens, Georgia, 1992, University of Georgia?
Is that the case that I was going to call him about? Because I think I did. I think I left him a message, if that's the one that we're referring to. And never heard back from him. Might have to try them again, I guess. Well, guess what? The wife just walked through the door, so I gotta say hello. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Yeah, let me show you. Let's see what this email. Let's read it. It says, these are the kind of emails I get from people. It said, Gray, your overpriced Alienware trash of a PC is a hazard. I'm concerned for you and your household because I suspect you're leaving it on during the night because I know you're pretty lazy. And it may possibly catch fire while you're sleeping.
Hair freaks.
Please turn it completely off when you aren't using it because it's a legit fire hazard. It sounds like you have a vacuum cleaner running somewhere in the house during the entire show. I know you don't care about having a quality stream, but I think you should at least make it able to be able to write better. At least make it able to people to come in and listen without being annoyed by vacuum noises. Try playing the music louder to kill the whirling noise. If you'd like to build a legit PC that has decent Euro and US parts and won't go up like a Chinese fireworks display, I can help you. Have a good week. Isn't that crazy? No clown. And yeah, I can leave my computer on because it automatically shuts off after a certain amount of time at night. And no, it's not a fire hazard like you think. All right? Wow, what a clown. There you go. Hey, thanks very much, Gwendolyn B. But see, isn't that crazy that I have to deal with that shit every single day? Like some wacko that thinks I give a damn what their So I just like to share it with you guys so you can see it. I think I have a pretty good stream. Like, it's clear video and audio's pretty good, right? Don't you think? Generally. You know, maybe there was, I did have the speaker on, so there was making a ch sound. Yeah, I mean, but it's not common. Anyways, thanks. So we're going to do this James Craig here. This Colorado, this is the one that's in Colorado. Well, the other one was in Indiana, but the reason I was talking about that earlier is this one's in Colorado here. Aurora, Colorado. Well, thanks, Danielle. I'm gonna have to send you one of the knit caps since I got the new one there. It's almost too good, right?
Ocean wave, ocean wave.
All right, here we go. A Colorado dentist was arrested Sunday following accusations he poisoned and killed his wife, according to police. James Toliver Craig, 45, had driven his wife, 43, to a hospital on Wednesday because she was complaining of severe headaches and dizziness, the Aurora Police Department wrote in a press release. So I think this is last Wednesday. Shortly after arriving at the hospital, his wife's condition rapidly deteriorated, and she was placed on a ventilator in an intensive care unit. She was eventually declared medically brain dead. Doctors took her off life support and contacted the police Sunday morning because they believe her medical situation was suspicious. This is this is a dentist over here, right? Is that what they're saying? A Colorado dentist was arrested. Man, would you want a dentist to look like that? Man, I'd be like, hell to the no, right? I mean, he almost looks like, yeah, he almost looks like the one emoji that we already have. This guy. Look at that. He's like a clone of that guy right there. The Aurora Police Department Major Crimes Homicide Unit launched an investigation into the woman's death and determined she had been poisoned. When the suspicious details of the case came to light, our team of officers and homicide detectives tirelessly worked to uncover the truth behind the victim's sudden illness and death. Division Chief Mark Hildebrand said in a statement, "It was quickly discovered this was in fact a heinous, complex, and calculated murder. I am very proud of our Major Crimes Homicide Unit. Hard work in solving this case and pursuing justice for the victim." Police obtained a warrant for Craig's arrest shortly after the doctors took the woman off life support. Craig was arrested early Sunday morning on first-degree murder charges in connection with his wife's death. He was booked into the county jail. Cheated Colorado dentist, 45, allegedly searched how to make poison online. Da, 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 da. You know what? Would you guys? I found today, believe it or not, this. The freaking arrest warrant. Do you guys? Would you want to just go over that instead of this thing? Daily Mail. This might take a while. You want to do it? I've got the arrest warrant. But first, I got to throw myself in prison to get moving here. We're like at half of a normal night. Did you ever think about divorce? Yeah, probably not. Look at that face he's making in that one. Well, this guy's bringing sexy back, huh? I have to drink liquid only. It sucks. All right, you guys, there it is. I'm in prison, except now I'm in. God, how come I'm so low like that? There it is. Maybe I'll put Kubi in prison. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, well, you didn't trick anybody. You probably thought, oh my God, it looks bad. And I'm sure I was mean earlier, you guys. Nobody threw me in prison, though, but on the first case. Yeah. I like the dentist I went to today. Hey, thank you, WNC Granny. All right. You know, LM probably thinks I deserve prison time from earlier. Ashy Snow, a cup of Joe, a cup of coffee. Oh man, I got Justina Data. You're in prison with me, giving me the Snickers bar. And Angela Gallagher. Hello, Super Freaks. Super Freaks. That's a song, isn't it? LM. With the Dadio Caspian Horses Rocks. Lemon Face. Cindy J. Free Kubi. Yeah, she's out of there. Karen Andrews said, dentists can be ugly and murderers. I guess they can be. There's probably other cases out there, right? Jessica Schubach. Do not pass go, she said. And then Ali Cake. Amy Celeste. And Adniram. Thank you. All right. Well, let's get to the... I mean, look how long this thing is. It has screenshots and all kinds of...
Hello, Super Freak.
I mean, it's amazing this came out so quick like this, but I think it'll be pretty interesting. Might even take part of tomorrow or something. Thanks, K-Me. Oh my God, it's Bama forever with the bail money. I need to get sleep. Have a... Well, thank you. Thank you. And John Dunn, please share some of the commissary with Alec. Yeah, I'll definitely.
Test tube.
Alec is gonna. I'm gonna go. Hey, Alec, you want a hot dog? And he's gonna go. He's gonna say.
Huh?
Do not pass go.
Oh wow! Thanks everybody. Jeez. Jennifer Surfer. And Mickey Duff. Thank you. All right, I'll get out of here. All right.
Moon pie and RC cola.
Moon pie and RC cola. Man. Where's that one at? Oh, that's way up there. Adniram. So Amy Celeste said for your Chirp account.
Bail funds.
Moon pie and RC cola. Hey, by the way, RC cola is awesome.
Bail money.
I mean, when was the last time any of you guys
Have
had?
a wonderful night, Mr. Gray and Freaks.
Oh well, thank you. Bama forever.
Chewbacca?
When was the last time any of you had RC, by the way? Man, that stuff's good. That stuff is so good, man. I had some, you know, the best time I ever had it? I used to be a really good swimmer, and I was in the Junior Olympics in Hermiston, Oregon, where they have these 50-meter, I don't know why Hermiston, Oregon, of all places, had a 50-meter pool, probably still does. And on the way there, I was sitting in the back of my mom's Volvo, and it was like 104 degrees outside. And I woke up, took a nap on the way there, and I woke up, and she pulls out, it would have been a perfect commercial, pulls an RC out of the cooler with frost on it, and I drank that, and man, that was the best thing I've ever had. It was just amazing. I think the numbness has gone away. Yeah, it was one of those things I remember. Yeah, it just has a perfect combination. You know, RC is almost like a mix between Pepsi and Coke or something. Oh, is that his friend? I didn't know what his friend's name was. All right, here we go, everybody. So, a complaint in writing under oath has been made, and it appears that there are reasonable grounds for believing that between March 6th, and thank you guys for the bailing out of jail. I mean, it's a way to raise funds on the channel on slower, like nights where it's sort of slower than it could be. And boom. Thank you guys. I might even put a menu up there at some point. People like to soap on a rope for some reason. I didn't know that milk used to, 1, get delivered to people's houses, and 2, that milk used to come in. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty weird, though, right? Oh, did you guys see the video that I put out earlier about the 4 babies or small children? That can't be just random, do you think? I mean, the odds of that being random are just so minuscule. Having 4 children die between 5 and 6:30 in the morning at different homes in the same general area. It was in Phoenix, and then the same place. One of the houses is 2 blocks from where Charles Vallow was murdered. I had some weird, fleeting conspiracy thought where I was like, wow, wouldn't that be weird if there was some member of the cult out there somewhere that wanted to pay homage to the trial that's coming up or something. I mean, it's 1 in a jillion. I get it. It did cross my mind. But it was only 2 blocks from Charles Vallow's house. And in fact, I think in the video with Alex Cox being driven to the jail, they drive right by that house. Conspiracy theories. But it is really strange that 4 infants in a 1.5 hour period die in 1 in Chandler and 3 in Phoenix. They're right next to each other on the same morning, and they all die similarly of they stop breathing. Now, I don't know what the normal statistics are of some sort of SIDS event or something. Man, that doesn't sound right there. I think it might be baby formula. That's what I put in the video. Maybe it's baby formula. And then if you actually look it up, so watch this. Phoenix recall baby formula. And then there was an article from, where was that? February, right here. I think that was it. February 21st, or I think there was one even more recently, but is this the one? Let me see. Well, I put the links in the comment section of the video that I posted. It actually had the name of it's like some sort of a bacteria or something like that. Here, I'll just open up the video and show you what I'm talking about in the comments. Yeah, it's there it is. Hello, this is Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Invest. That was the video. So here is the, see right here, it's December 12th, so not too long ago. Baby formula recall due to potential cross-contamination. This is in Phoenix here. ByHeart is recalling some of the infant formula out of abundance of caution after a sample from a third-party manufacturer facility tested positive for bacteria. 5 batches of ByHeart whole nutrition infant formula were recalled due to the potential for cross-contamination with Chronobacter sakazaki, something like that. And then I looked that up, and that is right here. Signs and symptoms are rare, but when infection happens, they can be deadly for young infants. So, man, you wonder if that's sort of like an older batch just sitting around, but then how did it happen on the same day? I don't know. Anyways, hey, thank you, LM. Thank you for covering those cases of babies. Well, you're the one that sent me the story. LM sent me the email on the baby case. I don't even know if it would have. It's not even. Nobody's even talking about it at all. I just said the brand. I'm not going to go back and look again. Sorry, I have to keep drinking this liquid. I don't have enough calories in me. It's hard to drink enough calories. With healthy food, I mean. Okay, people of the state of Colorado, to all peace officers in the state, greetings. A complaint in writing under oath has been made, and it appears that there are reasonable grounds for believing that between March 6th, 2023 through March 15th, 2023 at 6795, I've actually already marked out where he lives. I found it. Yeah, right here. This is their house. And, oh, yeah, this is sort of like, I mean, I hate to bring up Chris Watts, but it's a little bit like Chris Watts, where, remember how he lived in a neighborhood and it just got built right at that time? So that's what this is. They've lived here since 2015. And so you go through the time, 2012, this house is there. So that some of these homes have been there for a while. This is in Aurora, Colorado. That's 2013. And then obviously they must have, somebody decided to build it and was going to sell it. And then it's being built right now in 2014. October 2015, it's there. And they've lived there ever since it was open. Now if you go down to Street View here and turn to the left, it's not there even in Street View because this is 2012. So there isn't a street view available of the home. We can see it from above and maybe even move it to March 2022. Any year it's going to be their stuff. Like all of this is their. Oh wait, let me turn on terrain. Maybe there's a. Maybe we'll get a 3D version of it. Oh, that house is, but no. That was too long ago. It doesn't have it. Huh? Here, just a second. I got a text. I think sometimes it's one of the freaks. Oh yeah, Rebecca isn't Ivan. Okay. Rebecca N is Rebecca N. Are you the Rebecca N that used to be here, Rebecca N? That's Rebecca N, right? I don't know what the nap time means. I think you just filled it in. I mean, you're the original Rebecca N, right? Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, I don't even know. I mean, that guy was just a joker, fake person. Yeah, it's not. You got that one wrong there, LM. Can we just go over this case right now? Is that cool? Instead of going out doing conspiracy crazy stuff in the chat about nothing? That'd be sweet. That would be just keen. Alright. I want to get through most of this anyways. I, Detective Bobby Olson, of lawful age and being sworn upon oath, state that I have probable cause for believing that defendant James Toliver Craig, date of birth 1178, white, gender male, height 5'9", 185 pounds, did commit the crime of first-degree murder and deliberation, after deliberation. I'm going to get rid of the credential shit. Let's just go right down to this part right here. On March 15, 2023, at approximately 11:08 a.m., victim Angela Craig, his wife, a little bit younger than he is, presented herself to University Hospital because she had a severe headache and was experiencing dizziness. Angela was accompanied by her brother, and give I think probably has his full name and maybe address. And later met her husband, James Craig, at approximately, let's see, so Angela was accompanied. Man, my back of my throat's dry or something. And later met by her husband, James Craig, at approximately 2 p.m. Angela experienced a seizure and began to rapidly decline medically. Eventually, she was placed on life support in the intensive care unit. Hospital medical personnel could not find a known medical condition that would have caused Angela's rapid medical decline. Hey, thanks, Ozzy Tricia. Sorry I haven't been around much, but I've been liking the videos if I can't watch. My almost 93-year-old broke her hip badly and may not walk again. Oh, wow, that's shitty. Sorry about that. Breaking a hip at that age is not good.
I haven't been around much, but have been liking the videos if I can't watch. My almost 93-year-old broke her hip badly and may not walk again. Been busy worrying about her. Thanks, Gray, for all your hard work.
Well, put out those positive vibes there for Ozzy Trish's mom, and also Lillian too is dealing with some hip issues. Alright. Your affiant was told James was a dentist who worked at the Summerbrook Dental Group. James was business partner with somebody, also a dentist. Ryan and his wife are friends with James and Angela. So that must be the business partner and the business partner's wife. On March 15, 2023, James communicated with probably, I think they meant to blacken this name out, these two names out, but forgot. So on March 15, 2023, James communicated with maybe James via text message from his cell phone and informed James that Angela, there you go, and his wife is, no, Angela Craig is his wife, are friends with James. No, it's James and Craig. We don't get to know the name. James and Angela are the two people of the case. I kind of misread that. Sorry about that. So anyways, we don't get to know these names. But on March 15th, James communicated with a friend via text message from his cell phone and informed that friend that Angela... Man, I got to go get some water. Sorry, guys. God damn it. I'm drinking this shake thing here, and it's like gritty, and it's got stuck in my throat. There we go. Much better. Much better. That was one of those things where it was just not going to get better unless I drank some water. Today was thrown off a little bit by the dental appointment. Well, I made the shake myself. I'm putting banana, this superfood mixer with apple and blueberries. It's pretty good. On March 15, 2023, James communicated with a friend via text message from his cell phone and informed the friend that Angela had been admitted to the university hospital and her condition was grave. The friend and they both responded to the university hospital. At the hospital, the friend spoke with one of the attending nurses regarding his suspicion that Angela was the possible victim of poisoning. The friend explained to the nurse that James recently ordered potassium cyanide for their dental practice. Oh boy. So his dental partner is the one that said, whoa, he ordered potassium cyanide for their dental practice, adding that there was no medical reason or purpose to order potassium cyanide for a dental practice. Well, how come he didn't say something earlier when he saw it ordered? As a mandatory reporter, the nurse called the police and an investigation ensued. That's crazy. The major crime homicide unit was contacted and took over the investigation. On March 16, 2023, in the early morning hours, your affiant spoke with an individual at the Aurora Police Department, probably the nurse, where they volunteered to talk with the guy doing this report. The nurse began by saying he and James, or the business owner, began, maybe we'll just call him Bill. Or Jim. There we go, I like Jim. Jim began saying he and James had been business partners since August of 2022 when Ryan acquired James' dental practice. I wonder if Ryan is this guy's name then. Did they accidentally forget there? Acquired James's dental practice, which had been struggling financially. Ryan stated although he recently took over James... There you go, that is him. So Ryan is the guy's name. Recently took over James' dental practice. They have known each other for over 20 years and went to dental school together. Ryan described James as a risk taker and found out he had filed for bankruptcy in 2021 and was on the verge of bankruptcy again. Ryan also stated that in January, James confided in, I'm not sure what this meant, in him maybe, telling him that he and Angela were having marital problems. On March 15th, 2023, so this is in January he confided this year. On March 15, 2023, a office manager contacted Ryan via phone as he was driving to the university hospital to be with James. The nurse, he was contacted by another office manager. Let's see what they're saying. And they said on March 6, 2023, the day Angela first became sick and went to Parker at Venice, she was working late at the dental office. She said James returned to the office after hours, oh boy, to get the potassium cyanide. Let's see. This person, another employee, observed James at an exam room computer with the lights off doing something on the computer. This was odd because James had his own office with his own computer and personal laptop he regularly took to and from the office. This person also said approximately 30 minutes after James left the dental office, he texted another person telling her that he would be receiving a personal package, so probably Ryan. No, that's not Ryan. Telling her that he would be receiving, that he himself would be receiving a personal package and told her not to open it. That same employee stated that a package arrived for James on Monday, March 13th, 2023. That person found that the package box had, somebody found that the package box had been opened. Caitlin said she found out that another employee who wasn't aware to keep it closed had opened the package. Forgetting that James was getting a package, she looked inside the package. This is pretty interesting. Inside the package, the employee said she saw a biohazard sticker and what said potassium cyanide on a circular canister. Wow. So just for the sheer luck that one employee, just happened to open it even though they were told not to. They know about it. Although I wonder if the Ryan character actually saw the order for potassium cyanide. So this person realized that that was the package for James, and the employee sealed the package back up and gave it to James. Wow, so you guys didn't even say anything, and they used that. That employee said later, she later Googled what potassium cyanide was used for and saw that Angela had the same symptoms. Whoa. Caitlin called Jacqueline when she heard Angela was back. See, these are probably names that were supposed to be blurred out right here. Caitlin called Jacqueline when she heard Angela was back in the hospital on March 15th, 2023, and told her about the contents of the package. One of these people arrived at the hospital in separate vehicles but entered the hospital together. Upon arriving, they spoke briefly to James, but he received a phone call from a doctor, so he stepped away. While James was on the phone, a nurse came out to speak with them. Ryan stated while James was on the phone, he pulled the nurse away and told the nurse about his concerns that Angela may have been poisoned with potassium cyanide. While at the hospital, Ryan observed James meeting with doctors about Angela's prognosis. Ryan observed James crying after the meeting. Then some other people then left the hospital and returned to the vehicle. While in the vehicle, one of them received a call from James' personal cell phone. The phone connected to, I don't know which person, vehicle's Bluetooth so that they could hear the conversation. Okay, so they were listening to James in the vehicle, and he heard some disturbing information, and then asked if Ryan if he had said anything to the hospital staff. Ryan admitted that he talked to the hospital staff about this incident. Ryan advised that he was aware of the package that James had ordered. James replied that the package was a ring for Angela and that he wanted to surprise her. But he already knew what was in it. Ryan countered by telling James he knew it was not a ring. James claimed the package was never opened, so Ryan couldn't know what was in it. Ryan advised that the package was definitely open and it did not contain a ring. Man, this is crazy right here. Ryan asked James why he would buy potassium cyanide. James eventually recanted and admitted the package contained potassium cyanide, but claims he was using it to clean the ring that he was getting. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that. He admitted the package contained potassium cyanide, but claimed that Angela asked him to order it. James claimed that Angela couldn't order the potassium cyanide because she didn't have the proper credentials. James told Ryan he ordered the potassium cyanide. I almost want to be playing this music. But he didn't think Angela, would... that almost fits perfectly for this part right here. Where is it? James claimed that Angela couldn't order the potassium cyanide because she didn't have the proper credentials. James told Ryan he ordered the potassium cyanide, but he didn't think Angela, would actually take it. James described the situation as being similar to a game of chicken. At that point, Ryan told James to stop talking and get a lawyer. Your affiant, yeah, they do that all the time. I mean, one time I ordered a malachite ring and got potassium cyanide. It was unbelievable. Your affiant and Detective Graw then interviewed Michelle, who provided a similar account of events as her husband, Ryan. At this point, why are they even blacking the names out? You keep telling us all the names, we just don't know where they go. Michelle told your affiant that Angela... See, look at it right here. It says, interviewed Michelle. Michelle's right here, too. Michelle told your affiant Angela had first become sick on March 6, 2023. Angela went to Parker Adventist Hospital and was released the same day. Angela reported she was dizzy and weak. Angela stated Angela fell ill again and returned to Parker Adventist Hospital on March 9th, 2023. Man, that March 9th date comes up. It's just all the time. Angela was admitted on March 9, 2023 and released on March 14, 2023. Medical personnel were unable to determine what was causing Angela to have her symptoms. Angela stated that the next day, March 15th, at approximately 11 a.m., Angela was brought to the University Hospital by her brother. Angela added that she had exchanged texts with James since Angela was admitted to Parker Adventist on March 9th, trying to keep up to date with Angela's medical condition. Angela stated she was a professor and had a PhD in nursing, so she asked James to keep her updated on Angela's symptoms to potentially assist in diagnosing her. Angela provided screenshots of text exchange between her and James beginning on March 9th, 2023, and the guy writing the report confirmed the contact Jim Craig in Angela's cell phone was James's phone number. So it says, which hospital is Angela at? Do you need anything? Parker Adventist, thanks for offering, but now I think we've got more support than we can handle. Gotta love the church. Do they have a diagnosis yet? No diagnosis, thank you. Any news? Nothing yet. They just admitted her to the hospital for an overnight observation. Good, I'm praying for you. Thank you, Simple Life Days. And by the way, I was just my joke was based off of Dan Carr's comment. In case you're wondering. I mean, good. I'm glad she's being admitted. LOL. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, would anybody even type LOL in when your spouse is sick as hell in the hospital? LOL. Yeah, I figured what you meant. Rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. Doesn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. How did Ange do overnight? Low blood pressure all night, vomiting in the morning. Still trying to figure this out, LOL. No, he doesn't say that. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Tell her we love her, and I sure will. Thank you. Just checking to see how Ange... This is at 6:14. So that last... It was 9:07 and then 6:14. 9:07 in the morning, then 6:14. Just checking to see how Ange is doing and if they have made any headway today. How are you doing? Do you need anything? Thanks, Michelle. It's been pretty rough not having any answers. I got pretty nervous not having any, or I don't know what it says. I got pretty nervous having any answers. I get pretty nervous. They did so many tests. Oh, I think that's just repeating it. I got nervous. I got pretty nervous. They did so many tests. They have done 4 or 5 different blood draws. The regular blood panels all come back. Okay, and she's negative for autoimmune disorders, negative for diabetes. Her A1C was 5.5. The main issue they seem to be concerned about right now is her blood pressure. They dumped 5 liters into her IV over 24 hours, and she looks super puffy and swollen, but her blood pressure is barely 100 over 60. Yesterday morning, it was 56 over 44, so although that is the main concern that the doctors have, my main concern is just how she's feeling. Really pretty crappy. They are going to keep her one more night, and hopefully she can come home tomorrow sometime. How did her kidneys handle that kind of fluid? I'm sure she is miserable, and this has had to be so frightening for everyone. Her BUN area nitrogen was 29 yesterday, but today it's back down in the normal range of 21. They think she was just dehydrated. Her kidneys seem to be doing well so far. I thought it might be adrenal insufficiency, but they tested for that too. So far, just no answer. Low blood pressure would cause her to be, this is, the blue is in the friend. Low blood pressure would cause her to be lethargic and slur her speech. I'm glad she doesn't have those disease process, but any answer would ease anxiety and have a plan. Not knowing is more terrifying in my opinion. What about a scan to check for a tumor, thyroid, adrenal? I'm sure everyone is thinking of every pathophysiologic process that affects blood pressure. They did an MRI on her head because brain tumors are in the family. They did an ultrasound of her heart. They did a CT, and they did a chest and abdomen CT, and everything has come back negative so far, so I guess that's good. No tumor is a good thing, right? Yes, that's a good thing. I'm glad they ruled it out, especially with a family history. It's just hard to imagine she was so dehydrated to cause so low blood pressure. I'm sure she's puffy with 5 liters of fluid on board. And I'm sure her kidneys were working double time to process. I'm glad her A1C was normal. I would have sworn she was having diabetic ketoacidosis, but I couldn't imagine that they wouldn't have checked a blood sugar on the first ER visit. I will continue to pray for answers. I know you have amazing support, but please let us know how we can help. They did check blood sugar on the very first ER visit. She was 195, and she was throwing glucose in her urine. That was Monday. So they were almost sure that it was diabetes. But then when we went back again yesterday, they checked on her blood sugar was lower but still high, 145. But there was no glucose in her urine at all. And then her A1C came back at 5.5, so that was a mystery. So A1C is an average of at least 90. I mean, this is pretty technical shit for text messages. Is there a new blood glucose problem? It won't necessarily show in her A1C. Yeah, that's a good point, but no glucose in her urine today. So there's that. But has she been eating much since Monday? Let's see, a little bit, but not very much. Today, the only thing that she has had is one cracker, and she threw it up. Yesterday, the only thing she had was protein shake in the morning, which she threw up, and some chicken noodle. I mean, she was just being tortured, basically. Soup for dinner, which she threw up. So I see the point you're making. They may not be any sugar to throw up, to throw into the urine. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. However, her IV could have sugar in it. D5, remember D5Ws and Ringer's lactate, or lactate's Ringer they got in there? With or without K? Or are they running NS? LR without K, which also surprised me because her potassium and something else, some other electrolyte, but I can't remember now, what were both low today. They have her potassium supplements orally. The first one she was able to take. The second one she threw up. I remember the D5W and Ringer's lactate from the show Emergency with Randolph Mantooth and Kevin Ty. Squad 51, KMG 365. Remember that when they would say that every time they went to the... Yeah. Let's see. She also on Tramadol for her headache, and they have her on 8 milligrams of Zofran every 4 hours. I think the next dose is due in about an hour and a half, although this morning her most violent vomiting episode happened about 5 minutes after they gave her IV Zofran, so that's weird. 5 liters is a lot to run with. D5, so as it says lactate ringers makes sense. That is strange because giving it IV would work pretty quickly. I'm glad they ruled out a brain tumor. The vomiting with antiemetic and headaches would point that way. If her potassium stays low and she continues to vomit, I would expect if K stay low and she continues to vomit, I would expect they will add K to her IV. If it wasn't my wife, this would be kind of a fun puzzle to try to work out. So, I mean, they have this highlighted. Truth. I'm surprised they haven't yet. That's all we need is a low potassium to move her to electrical issues. I don't know if I want to keep going through every one of these. Do you guys want me to keep going through these text messages here? Her heart on top of what she's dealing with. What about a blood culture to rule out an infectious process? Her WBC and leukocytes all normal. I know they're smarter than me. I'm just working through all the things in my mind. They haven't done a culture, but her WBC and leukocytes are normal. Oh, her C-reaction protein is super high, though, like 20. I think the high of normal is 299. There's an inflammatory process somewhere. Well, that's huge and says there is something going on. Angie's heart ultrasound was normal, except for unable to accurately measure pulmonary pressure due to insufficient tricuspid valve regurgitation envelope. Interesting assessment. So she is having tricuspid regurgitation to the point that her PA pressure can't be measured. Is that what that means? I could be wrong, but that's how I read it. I don't know. Let me just see if there's any. Don't really have any information to tell them. They didn't really highlight anything else. James then sent 2 pictures. So this is her in the hospital right there. So that's her sitting up right there. But aren't they already aware though about the cyanide at this point? Intubated 5544, pulse 115. Doc says she should be mentally responsive by now, and she's not. Oops. Okay. Okay, right here. Don't really have any information to tell them, and I don't want to scare them. Nora and Violet are at the zoo. So I think this starts talking about how she's under. The doc is going to do some imaging of her gallbladder and some other internal organs to see how they look. Still pretty much the same though. When I talk to her, she seems like she's in a ton of pain and super tired. Of course, all of the tests are coming back perfect. Well, we know we just haven't found the cause yet. We will keep praying for answers and for Angie and your family. And then Tuesday, so that was Saturday. This is Tuesday. Any update? Not really, no answers. She's on oxygen full time now. That must be so frustrating for everyone. I'm so sorry. Is she home or still admitted? She's admitted. Been on at the probably Wednesday. Whatever you need, we are here. Thanks, Michelle. She's at University Hospital. So maybe another set of eyes on the case will help. I think Ryan is trying to get a hold of you. Yeah, I just talked to him. I'm glad so she's probably aware about the cyanide herself and just trying to get him to talk. Yeah, I just talked to him. I'm glad she is there, and I pray they can find answers because it's clearly something. Is she conscious? No. How are you holding up? I know that's a dumb question. She's not laughing at any of my jokes either, so you know it's really bad. That's distressing because you're funny. Honestly, I haven't really told the kids how bad it is right now. I don't really have any information to tell them, and I don't want to scare them needlessly. Nora and Violet are at the zoo with friends. The other kids know that she went back to the hospital, but they are just doing school and stuff. I'm scared, Jim. Is that bad to say? Not at all. See, those are weird questions, like, is it bad to say? I mean, I'm not sure. I think she's probably aware and just... It's almost a flirting type of a thing. Not at all. I am too. That's for the laughing at the joke part. Huh? It's weird not being able to wake her up. I'm sure it's frightening. Crash intubated. So there's a crash intubated. Doc says she should be mentally responsive by now, and she's not. Doc says she's very worried. Use the word tenuous. Any progress? That's a lot of people, and that's never good. You probably have more people than you can deal with, but I will come and just sit. Is this a girl that he was having an affair with? My brother-in-law is here, but if you want to come, you can. I will. University Hospital on Colfax. Yes. ER room 5. All right. So somebody contacted them at 9 a.m., probably her, and stated James called. However, he did not answer. Ryan then received the following text message from James. Let's see what these are. Good morning. Thank you for taking my patient load today. That's probably Ryan. I want to make an urgent plea to you. If you were my friends, please do this favor for me. Please don't talk to anyone about what we talked about last night, including any law enforcement officers. You are under no obligation to answer their questions unless you are served a subpoena, and you will do more damage than good to my family by continuing to insert yourself into this. Angela is gone, so she must have died, and I'm devastated. There is nothing that can bring her back, and I want desperately to tell you all of the details so that you can better understand what's gone on behind the scenes with her. There is so much that you don't know that I wish you did. This guy writes a lot like that one YouTuber that was in prison that is now doing Delphi again. There is so much that you don't know what I wish you did. If you knew everything, this would make so much sense to you. But there's no use in telling you right now. You and I have a history of you and the other partners and Jackie all talking about me behind my back, deciding what you think is best, and then you're always the fall guy that has pull the trigger or tell me what you all decided about me. I think it probably meant, in fact, yesterday, you didn't even come to me. I had to seek you out. You never given me the advantage of talking with me first. You just decided, and then act and hope I'll pick up the pieces later. This is a pattern in our business dealings, and now has become a factor in our personal dealings. Let me paint a picture for you of what this has done. Yesterday, I had to tell my kids their mom was not going to wake up, and they were there to say their final goodbyes. That was at 6:45 p.m. The hospital said we could bring the kids up to say goodbye, and he's trying to make the person feel bad and get them to say, okay, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, dude. I won't say anything else, man. The kids up to say goodbye at the time, but because of the investigation, you opened by your complete information. The hospital made those poor, grieving, hysterical kids wait until 10 o'clock to see their mom. After an hour or so of saying goodbye to her, we went home just before midnight, only to have our house sealed again, our entry by the police sealed against our entry by police. Instead of getting to go home and find comfort, they were met with flashing lights and cold, unfeeling cops, and the kids scared and confused. Had to go to sleep at home of a ward member. Family is starting to come into town today, and I have to tell them, does that make him a Mormon if they say ward member like that? Family is starting to come into town today, and I have to tell them they can't come home come to my house and try to explain why. I have to hire a homicide attorney to make sure I don't end up being painted in the light that some hungry DA is anxious to paint me in, because I am most likely going to be charged, even though that is absolutely not what happened. Ryan, I understand. These guys are the worst. The blacking out of names, like they just kind of willy-nilly did it. Ryan, I understand why you did what you did. I do. I get it. But you had come to me. But if you had come to me personally, man to man, instead of talking to everyone else about what you thought you knew, I might have let you in on some details that would have made you less likely to cause this horrible storm. Meaning, you could have tried to trick him into some alternate story. Man, Ryan, if you'd only put me higher on your list of priorities, instead of putting everyone else's opinion and gossip ahead of me, for that, I'm very, very mad at you. I have talked to you about this multiple times, but you don't seem to care. And now what you thought was responsible has become reckless and so destructive. And so I'm asking, if there was ever any love in your heart for me, please don't make this any worse by talking to any officers or anyone else about this unless you are legally forced to. And whoever else on the team you think is going to be questioned, I would ask that you privately ask them to honor this request too. Also, please do not respond to this text message until I text you again. Now shut the hell up. You can respond right then. Man, this guy's... At approximately 2 p.m., Angela began suffering from serious seizures. What is this? How does this start? Aurora Police Department Major Crime Homicide Detective Chamberlain responded to the University Hospital on March 16, 2023 at 12:30 a.m. to speak with attending hospital staff. Detective Chamberlain learned that Angela arrived at University Hospital at approximately 11 a.m. At 2 p.m., Angela began suffering from serious seizure and doctors struggled to intubate her. Angela suffered from a lack of oxygen and had no pupil reaction and began to have increased intracranial pressure, which caused decreased perfusion pressure and was sent to the intensive care unit. Detective Chamberlain learned that Angela was still on life support and no brain activity, and her prognosis was poor, that she may not make it through the evening. Let's see, maybe it's Ryan. I don't know. Somebody was contacted and asked if she would respond to the Aurora Police Department to speak with detective. In summary, she stated that she had been the office manager, so we're back to the office manager, for the dentist's office for approximately 6 months and worked for James at Summerbrook Dental. Although the office manager is, although she is also a dentist, he does not work at the dental clinic. Okay, that's Ryan. Although Ryan is also a dentist, he does not work at the dental clinic, but is a partner in the business. She knew that on March 6, 2023, James and his wife Angela worked out in the morning. Before the workout, James made Angela a protein shake or a pre-workout shake in which James gave her extra protein because she was feeling sluggish. After the workout, Angela became faint and dizzy, and ultimately James took Angela to the hospital. Ryan also this other dentist, started to notice odd or strange things around the office. On March 6th, towards the end of the day, she found James in the dentist office in a back medical area, which she referred to as exam room number 9. She thought this was strange because James had his computer in his office and his wife had just been discharged from the hospital. She confirmed it was not common for James to use the computer in the exam room, specifically number 9, because he had his own computer in the office and a laptop that he took home with him. So there's going to be something on that computer search, I bet. Left a short time later, and James remained in the office. Approximately 30 minutes later, James sent her a text message saying he had a personal package coming to the office to let her know when it came. During this time frame, Angela became ill, so now the name's showing again, or that's her name though, and was taken to the hospital where she was constantly throwing up. It was unclear what her diagnosis was, and James had said Angela's blood pressure was low. During Angela's time in the hospital, James had conversations with this lady where he told her he didn't think his wife was going to make it. In the same conversation, James asked about business in the office. Like, hey, I don't think she's going to make it. Hey, how's it going in there? Are we getting the... So this lady found it strange. James was concerned about his dental practice when his wife was in a dire medical condition. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Hey, thank you, Somewhere Over. Dun, 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 dun. On March 13, 2023, the same lady said one of the office attendants opened a package that came into the office. This package was addressed directly to James. She knew this to be the personal package James had been asking about. This attendant had already opened the package. She took the package from the office attendant, which she intended to put in James' office, and she reopened the box. She noticed a packing slip that read potassium cyanide. She described the package as a foil square with no other markings on it. She said that the package had a biohazard or warning, but she couldn't remember what it was. She resealed the box and hand-delivered the package to James. She later saw James walking down the hall of the office with a cylindrical-shaped canister wrapped in brown paper or construction paper with a metal lid. She was unsure what the cylindrical canister was, but stated in the 6 months she had been at the dental office, she had not seen a similar canister. She had never seen potassium cyanide delivered to the office and was unsure what it was, so she performed a Google search. In that search, she noted the side effects of ingesting potassium cyanide had matched the same symptoms Angela had been exhibiting over the last week, including nausea, vomiting, and a low blood pressure. She said James told her when Angela was discharged, March 14, 2023. Hold on. Make my music quit playing. There we go. She said, let's see, in that search, she noted the side effects, yeah. She said James told her when Angela was discharged on March 14, 2023, she made accusations that James had poisoned her. Angela said something to James along the lines of, "There are poisons they don't test for." She said James told her when Angela was discharged, March 14th, she made accusations that James poisoned her. Angela said something to James along the lines of, "There are poisons they don't..." How does she know that? She heard from James that Angela was sent home on oxygen and they didn't know what was wrong with her. On March 15th, she learned that Angela was back in the hospital with some symptoms. She said at one point she called her manager, Jacqueline, who also thought James might be responsible for Angela's sickness. She then shared the information she had about finding the potassium invoice. How you guys doing in there? You guys still following along, or are you about bored stiff? Because I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's kind of, the only way to do it is read it, you know. She stated she knew that James and Angela were having marital problems because James had recently mentioned he had told Angela that he wanted a divorce. She said James had been distant from time to time at work and would leave sometimes at lunch because he and Angela were having fights. She said she had not seen the package since the day she gave it to James and said the trash was collected by the trash company daily. On March 16, 2023, Detectives Marino was contacted by CPS caseworker Sidney Romero, who met with the members of Craig family, James Craig and his children, individually. In her conversation with James, she believed James made some concerning statements. Namely, James alleged that Angela was suicidal and had been for some time. James claimed that he personally has had to revive Angela on several occasions. What a joke. Over the last few months. James said he asked Angela for a divorce in December of 2022, and since that time, Angela's depression and suicidal ideations have increased. James believed that Angela was intentionally overdosing on opioids Thanks, Dan Carr. And another unknown substance. James never reopened any of these incidents, never sought medical attention for Angela during, after the alleged overdose. James told Sydney he was sure that Angela's toxology would come back positive for substances, but said he did not know what kind. Sydney felt compelled to report the following statements because none of Angela's children mentioned their mother's depression, nor did they mention any alleged previous suicide attempts. Sydney believed that it was improbable that this type of event, overdose suicide attempt, could happen with no one inside the household except James being aware. Sydney provided her opinion that James was attempting to build a cover story for what really happened to Angela. On March 16, 2023, Detective Marino communicated with a friend of the Craig family. He informed Detective Marino that James was currently at her residence and intended to spend the night with his children while he was waiting for his two oldest children to come in from out of town. She stated that she resided at and that James would be there through the morning. On March 16, 2023, Detective Marino submitted 3 search warrant applications and affidavits to the 18th Judicial District Court, one for James and Angela's home, one for the Summerbrook Dental Office, and Detective Marino sworn by the magistrate Richard Ferrero, who signed and issued all 3 search warrants. On March 16, 2023, at 8:30 a.m., Aurora Police Department Detective Graw and your affiant responded to where we spoke to James. James stated he did not wish to speak to us about his wife's medical status. James was provided a copy of the signed search warrant, requested his cellular phone, Angela's cellular phone, his wallet, and his laptop. James handed your affiant Angela's cell phone and provided the passcode. James then handed your affiant his cell phone, a light blue iPhone 14, and provided the passcode. James said the laptop that he used regularly was at his dental office. James provided your affiant with the laptop's password. James said he did not carry a wallet, but he didn't care about the laptop because he probably used another computer. James said he did not carry a wallet, but kept his credit cards and ID in his home case. Your affiant took pictures of the cards and his Colorado driver's license on March 16, 2023 at 8:45. Your affiant, along with major crimes homicide detectives, responded to his home and executed the search warrant. Upon clearing the residence to ensure no one was inside, your affiant noted the house was affixed with both external and internal surveillance cameras. Oh, here we go. After the residence was cleared, Aurora Police Department Detective Marino completed an amended search warrant to include the seizure and search of the external and internal surveillance equipment and recorded surveillance footage. You know what I always think is odd? How many cases have we seen out there where these guys are mixing up poisons and shit with internal surveillance cameras? It's crazy. The search warrant was signed by 18... I remember the one case where the guy had a shotgun and he shot his girlfriend and then posted the pictures on social media, but he did it right there with a camera up on the wall. I mean, it was crazy. That's an old one. That's from like 2013 or something. During the search of the residence, multiple items believed to have information and or evidence related to this incident were located. Multiple types of powder proteins, multiple workout shakers. That's probably the cylinder shape.
Did you get the email?
Here's my computer.
Hey.
Great, did you get the email? A computer tablet. 2 different plastic Ziploc style bags that both had white powdery substance in them. A water bottle located on the exercise bike in the main bedroom area. I might have to do the rest of this tomorrow. We'll go to like I another 20 minutes or so. But we're only on page 13 of 52. I think this is going to be pretty interesting now. Don't you think? A water bottle located on the exercise bike in the main bedroom area. While executing the search of the residence, we could not locate a hard drive or device that would obviously maintain data for the surveillance device. There was a security system affixed to the wall that could play the video, but it was not something that we could easily unplug or seize. It is believed that the surveillance information would most likely be maintained on devices such as a phone, tablet, or computer. On March 16, 2023, at approximately 11:45 a.m., your affiant and other major crimes homicide detectives executed the search warrant at Summerbrook Dental at 14991 East Hamden Avenue, Suite 370 in Aurora, Colorado. The dental office was closed for business. Upon entry to the business, multiple cameras affixed to the office walls were observed. The offices were clean and orderly. The information previously provided was that James had been in Dental Room 9, where he was on the computer, there in the dark. Your affiant viewed the dental room and found it to be open, styled dental room, allowing someone to see if a person were in the computer. Each room had individual lights, but when not illuminated with overhead lights, the rooms were dark. Each exam room was identified by a silver metal-styled number on the hallways walls next to the entrance of the room. That's weird. The way that's written, hallway walls, it made my eyes see it removing the L's or something. It was weird. Still does it. Exam room number 9 was found to be at the far end of the clinic's dead-end hallway. Your affiant collected the hard drive that was hooked up and connected to the monitor in exam room number 9. The hard drive was a Dell Optiplex 3070. The drive had a Logitech USB plugged into the back. The hard drive was seized. Your affiant located an office in the clinic's southeast corner containing 2 office desks. On the far desk, a laptop was observed. When the laptop screen was woken, it showed the last logged-in person was James. The password James provided for the laptop was entered to make sure that the laptop was his. The password activated the laptop and opened it. No further investigation into the laptop's contents was conducted. The laptop was collected and determined to be Dell Precision 7750, gray, silver in color. The series of characters on the back of it had ST who cares? Aurora Police Department Detective Harris located a small hand vacuum in the office with 3 additional desks with computers. The vacuum had a white, powdery substance inside of it. A portion of the substance was collected and seized. Detective Harris located James' DEA number. Your affiant knows the DEA number is assigned to healthcare providers, allowing them to write prescriptions. Your affiant accessed Angela's cell phone, text messages, and found several between her and James. Your affiant found Angela and James' text messages were comparable to other couples texting about their day, the children's day, and their activities. Your affiant found Angela had James in her phone as the boy, with a picture of the 2 of them, and confirmed the phone number had matched that of the phone number Ryan and Michelle said was his. While reading through the text messages on March 1st, 2023, your affiant found Angela and James, on the 1st, and James were discussing their relationship, mainly about James' healing and counseling. Your affiant noted the following text message. Angela's text messages are in blue and James is white. Let's see what it said. How to do everything alone. Your healing and happiness, this marriage, is more important. Something like, hand my day. You are more important than my day. Thank you. I know you're getting ready to go out and spend some time with Tony, and I would like to ask that you keep last night's conversation details just between you and I. I trust Tony, but it was hard for me to even tell you that stuff. I'm definitely not ready for anybody else to hear it. Of course, I wasn't planning to talk about it, any of it. I haven't actually talked to Tony about any, it's T-O-N-I, so it's a girl. I haven't actually talked to Tony about any of the last few months since that initial conversation. I'm sorry, I know she is kind of your outlet and your strength and support and somebody who you always go to vent. I hate taking away even a part of that, since I know this is really, really hard for you. Your affiant noted James and Angela's text messages beginning on the morning of March 6th, the first day she began to experience unexplained illness. All right, I'll get through these text messages and then maybe we'll call it a night. You guys want to, I mean, the comments seem kind of slow, so are you guys even interested in this? And I'm asking because usually if you guys are like, oh, wow, because even when I'm, like the early cases, everybody's chatting and talking really fast. And, okay. All right, so he says, thank you so much for making my drink. This is, or she must have said that. The first day she experienced. Yeah, that's right. She is in this case, she's the not blue, I think. Thank you so much for making my drink this morning. I just love you. I hope you have a great day, and I'm so glad you're back in town. Oh, maybe that's him. You're welcome, baby. I love you too. I think my body is not letting so she's in blue. Not letting the caffeine this morning either. Probably meant not liking. My stomach feels fine, but my head feels funny and dizzy. Very strange. Wow. It's been a week since caffeine for you. Maybe your body is saying no thank you. I did a full scoop of caffeine and a full big scoop of the B vitamins. Is that how much you normally take? I'm super shaky. He says I'm super shaky. Like, hey, I'm shaky too, man. Oh no, I do a small scoop. So now he's trying to get her to believe that she's feeling this way from caffeine. Oh no, because he said, wow, I gave a big scoop of this and a scoop of that, and she responds, oh no, I do a small scoop of the B vitamin mix. It feels really weird. Oops, sorry, baby. Okay, that's the answer. That's it. That's okay. I'll swear off. I swear off. I am dizzy and my eyes don't want to focus. And I can get the stuff done that I need to. I probably meant to say I can't get the stuff done that I need to this morning. Maybe you should lie down. I'm laying on my face on the mat in the room. You have a bed, I'm stinky. Just seems excessive for a little extra supplement. So now she's even going, wow, just that little bit of vitamin B and I feel like this. Pearl is flying in this morning to see me. I totally forgot. I think she's flying out today too, though. Look how ridiculous that is. She's like, man, it seems really excessive for the little supplement. Hey, Pearl's flying in this morning. He doesn't even give a shit about what she just said. I don't feel right in my head. Do I need to come home? No, this is just weird. I'm dizzy in my head and my eyes are working slowly and my body is responding slowly. This is sad, actually. Listen to this. That sounds really wrong. I'm going to come home. I don't like this. You can't. You need to work. I'll throw on some clothes and sit with the girls and see if it goes away. Okay, I were acting. I'm not sure what that means. I were acting, but I don't like that. I can cancel patients for this morning or move some to Dr. P if needed. So if you change your mind, let me know. Do we have a blood pressure cuff? You should. No, he probably knows that low blood pressure is part of it, and he wants updates on it. You should try that and see if your blood pressure is low or something. What would make him? That's ridiculous. God. Do you get lightheaded when you stand up? It feels more like I feel when I take heavy meds and everything. Adjusts and moves slowly, like I'm moving in thick gel. My eyes are struggling to stay focused. Did you take your blood pressure? So all he cares about is his freaking update. He knows that the low blood pressure is part of the... I don't know where one is. Okay, if you do end up wanting me to come home, I'll bring one. I have a bottle of magnesium in my second drawer down on the left side of the sink. Take one of those. Have you eaten anything? I had my protein shake and magnesium makes me weird. This is not hungry. Are you nauseous? No, I feel drugged. Given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you. Wow, so what's the history that he's talking about? I am super worried, though. You really looked pale before I left, like in your lips, even. How come you didn't mention that before? This is fucked up. Sorry. It makes me feel bad, actually. It's like... I was plugging your symptoms into Google, and stroke matches some of what you're describing. Do you have any weakness in your whole body or just in one side? And is it both eyes or just one that feel blurry? It feels like my whole body and it's tingly and my eyes are struggling to focus. Are you still lying down? I got in my bed. Okay, good. My whole body feels so heavy. Something's really wrong. I'm coming home with a blood pressure cuff. Why do you think he's bringing that home? He keeps talking about the blood pressure cuff. You know, the reason he wants to come home because he knows that's one of the symptoms. It's probably what he looked up on the computer. It's nothing else. I can at least help the girls stay on track while you rest. Please come get the dogs. Sorry, Elsa, I want to shower, but I'm worried. Okay, I'll come help. Like, she was worried about her not being pleasant enough, but that just shows you how sick she is. I mean, she is... Okay, I'll come help. I'm all done, and so that was at 4:19, and now it's 6:05. Way to hustle, huh? I'm all done and headed home. How are you feeling? Same. Bella's making grilled cheese. Thank Belle. I'm all done here and headed home now. I would like another blessing. I would like another blessing tonight if there's someone who could help. Okay, I'm sure we can find one. You don't have to miss work. You don't have to miss work today. We don't have anywhere to go today, and the girls and I will be fine. I'm starting to think I'm just sick, and this is part of it. I'm going to try my popcorn and Dr. Walker this morning, and we'll see what we can do. I'm not sure your popcorn will do much, but you're welcome to try. PCP. I may just have Belle take me to the urgent care this morning. I should have had you do that yesterday. The ER is useless. So you're fine? It did help us rule out a lot of the, it's kind of hard to read, scarier things, so I'm glad we did it. I'm kind of wondering if maybe I had a sinus infection and I didn't really even notice because I get so used to them, and it turned into an inner ear infection, and that's why it felt like it came on all of a sudden. Yeah, let's hope. So how are you feeling compared to yesterday now that you're up and moving around? The same. Jeez. I'm not sure what you were expecting. I don't think this is a sleep thing. I don't know either. I was hoping that maybe the worst of it is behind us and you were going to start feeling better over time, I guess. God, what a... Okay, I'll keep going. I gotta keep going through the... Well, shit. How far does this go? God, it just keeps on going. Oh, shit, man. That is... Man, that's a long one. Huh. Well, how about tomorrow? How about tomorrow we just pick it up? We'll start over again right here, because this is kind of where it starts getting... We all know everything now, right? Like, okay, he ordered potassium cyanide. He tried to hide it from people at his office. He was using a computer in the back room that he didn't really need to be using. Then his wife goes sick with all the same symptoms of potassium cyanide. She goes to the hospital. He seems like he doesn't really give a shit, and she ends up dying. And now we're looking at a conversation between them. So I think tomorrow, if we just start right here on page 15, I mean, this goes on for a while here. Then they actually have computer searches and things. I think this is really amazing. This is like, I mean, when I say amazing, I mean a really interesting case. It's sadder than shit, though. I mean, it sucks hearing her knowing that something is really bad, and he doesn't seem to really give a shit. Who are you talking to, Jessica? Oh, the caps. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow here. I mean, we could sit here for another... It would take probably two more, I don't know, an hour to get through just these here. I mean, maybe even more. And then we'll be starting to get into... I mean, look at it. It just goes on and on and on. This is big time. And what an intense... For such a short amount of time, you got to admit, like, this is pretty insane how they got all this together in, like, 3 days. It's crazy. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll start right back here over again, I guess. Unless you guys feel like you can remember this part here where she's just talking about how she's feeling, and then we just sort of pick it up from here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyways, hope you guys found tonight's show interesting. Kind of had a lot of different things going on. Hopefully we get some answers in the Scottie Morris case. Kegan Kline cut a deal. He's going to plead. I guarantee it. He's going to. My opinion is he's going to plead guilty and get a sentence that's been reduced because of this help he provided. And at least it's got to be related to Richard Allen. Okay, has to be. So thank you to K-Me, Ashy Snow for the cat eye, Kathy Friedmaker, Alifair M, Beth Radish, Christy Kazi, Cairo, who showed up in here. The this is his. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
I'll beat
I'll beat
you,
Chewbacca if you want me to.
So Cairo, Christy Kazi, Betty Smith, Annabelle Stealth, Candy A, Tawny Lee, 8675309. Ozzy, Trisha. It's good to see Lillian in here tonight. Thanks for the super chat, or the PayPal, Lillian. Paisley Dreams. Let's see. Renee H, Donna, LM, Francine, Circa Then, Delta Delta Delta, Gwendolyn B, Kathy Chapin, Allie Cake, WNC Granny, Ashy Snow, Justina Dada, Angela Gallagher, LM, Cindy J, Karen Andrews, Jessica Schubach, Allie Cake, Amy Celeste, Adniram, Kami, Bama Forever, with a cat eye, John Dunn, Jen Surfer, Mickey Duff, LM, Ozzy Trisha, Simple Life Days, Somewhere Over, Dan Carr. All right. So remember, we just got done with page 15, right? Yep, page 15. I think this one, it's sort of just interesting in terms of the depths that this guy seems to be going. I'm sure it gets a lot more complicated and just craziness with that many pages in there. They probably got him completely boxed in. You probably have to just admit guilt. Yep, and that's it. So thank you guys very much for being here tonight. 3 hours and 20 minute show. Could have gone on for 6, but I think tomorrow we'll just have to do a couple quick updates if there are any on the other ones, and you just get right back into this one. All right. So thank you. I think my I'll do the spin. Hold on a second. I think my I spun at the beginning of the show for last night. We're going to do another notebook tonight. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. This is for the notebook. I'm going to guess that Jenny Penny wins this one. Nope, it's Tawny Lee. All right, Tawny Lee, the legend. That's not even a replay. They're literally sitting right there. Chloe, it's okay, buddy. Yep. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We're going to go over the rest of this tomorrow. Might take the whole show. All right. Thank you. And as I always say, everybody, until... by the way, thank you for all the support for the channel. And, keeping us going, moving forward. And should have some good news in the DNA front in the next couple weeks at least. All right. So we'll see you guys later. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. You heard that, Chloe? Look it. Uh-oh, she's coming over. Come here, Chloe. Come here, Chloe. Come here, Chloe. Come here, Chloe.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while.
It wasn't me.
Now. And during this whole time,
it was my wife
I have not seen one person that is a...
Yeah, Greg, she doesn't care about you.
Dissector, like rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector. freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, just remember I've a temper fucking gesture. I have no agenda, I'm a pretender, and I'll send it to you straight like a blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get...
All right, everybody. Gee.
That's better. That's better.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was that better than last night?
Well, it sure as hell was better than last night, because last night you didn't even say G. You just let everybody hang there for a while.
Well, why do I have to always say G?
Because you always do it, and people are waiting for it.
Jeez, Greg.
All right, see you guys later. Be safe out there.
Evil can never be dead enough.
I'm tired of it not tearing down.
You know, that's just one step above stupid.
Have you lost the last 3 brain cells, or do you just have cabbage for brains?
Did you hear what I said?
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp. 5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
Huh? It's the house!
Evil can never be dead enough.
Good night, everybody.
That's mean, Greg. With a really loud noise. Something we're just about to doze off.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.